Hey guys, James and Mark here with another mukbang. If you guys are new to our stream and have never been here before, please hit that subscribe button. We're going to be doing things a little bit differently today. It's not Monday nor Friday. Today's Tuesday. It's election day. So we thought we can kind of come on and do a very casual mukbang. It's not going to be all the bells and whistles that you guys have seen from previous videos where we do like the wheel and the games and all that. We're literally having dinner. We got a little tablet set up here that we're kind of keeping an eye on as results are coming in, and
just watch the election with us.
Yeah, so
doesn't matter who you support or who you voted for, but we're all residents of this great country. So
is this your bid for
2024? 2020.
Can you run? Oh yeah. Well, how old do you have to be president again? 35?
35. Oh, girl.
What? Girl, what?
Like, remind me that I'm not 35.
Well, no, that means you can run like now, right?
Yeah.
Throw your hat in the ring or your name in the ring. So, yeah, that's what we're doing, and we actually have quite a spread. We decided to do takeout today because I don't know about you, but just elections in general make me pretty anxious, and there's just some uncertainty, and you just don't know how things are going to pan out and whatever. So we're like, let's get takeout. One less thing deal with today, and we actually got takeout from Isse in Fullerton, California. They had this really cool set that really caught our attention, so we ordered takeout from them.
They were very clever. So because it's election week this week, they changed their menu every week for their takeout for the week. So they did kind of like classic American food inspired Koreanized version of that. So what do we have?
So up front here, I don't know if you guys can see, we got some ribs.
Yeah, spicy barbecue pork ribs.
What makes that Korean? The marinade.
Probably the marinade.
Yeah. Over here we got some steak, and it comes with a chimichurri sauce, which is delicious. You got your Korean potato salad, which is one of my favorites. Korean potato salad, they have like apples and like carrots, and it's just surprises in them. It does taste healthy.
It's not as like mayo-y.
Oh no! What makes it creamy though? Is there mayo?
You do add mayo,
but it's not the best foods mayo for sure. Because you can tell when they add best food mails to something.
American potato salad, it's actually like kind of soupy.
Oh right, yeah, I know. Sorry. Okay, and then right here we have the collard greens.
But it's Koreanized.
Yeah, I took a bite of it. It tastes Korean. Like
it tastes with the doenjang sauce. That's what it says, yeah.
And then this is their corn mac and cheese.
So it's a cross between the corn cheese but with mac and cheese pasta.
Yeah. So that's what we have. And then we also have this bottle of wine. This is a Cab Sauvignon. I don't know about you, but a glass.
A huge shout out to Jane Doe. She does go on our live for gifting us this wine. This wine is a Cab, but it's from South Africa.
Oh, right.
Why did she give us this?
She was super thoughtful. We were supposed to go to South Africa this year, and because of COVID, that did not happen.
So kind of in the spirit of that, we should have been in South Africa. Oh, I should have poured. Maybe we could pretend that we're there with this glass of wine.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Happy election day, everyone. I hope if you're able to, that you all got to have a chance to vote.
I put my sticker on.
Oh, my sticker is somewhere still on my ballot somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What should we eat first? Are we just gonna pick at things, right?
I thought that's what you said. It looked like this, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But I did bring the knife because we need to cut this.
Oh, right. I'll leave this close to here once we're ready for that. Oh no, is it blurry or is it just me? We set this up really quickly, so hopefully you can hear us. That's the most important part, right?
Our mic's on, right?
Yeah.
Oh, why is the sauce so far away? Okay. I'll leave this here so that you could also reach for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah. I'm gonna look on my phone
For what?
to see if it looks clear here, but we'll just make do with it. The thumbnail looks good. Let's scroll up. You want to just
sticks good.
do a quick hello to people who are here. Maybe a lot of people are on the internet. It's good now. Okay, good. Well, there you go. There's pork belly in this.
In the corn mac
What
and
a
cheese?
surprise, yeah.
Oh. Bacon or pork belly?
Ooh. Is that one of those things where bacon is pork belly and pork belly is bacon? Or something? That's a great question, Claymore. Who's going to win? That's why we're watching.
Well, according to CNN, which we have pulled up right here, the corn mac and cheese is good. Corn is good with mac and cheese. Oh my God, that was a nice surprise. But according to CNN electoral map, Biden is ahead by a little bit, 89 electoral votes versus 54 for Trump. Now, I'm really curious about Pennsylvania because the whole night is such a close number, right?
Yeah. It's odd
But it's
because
always close in Florida.
I was just calculating how many presidential elections we've been able to vote in. Was our first one 2000?
I think it might have been 4 in Bush. No?
So 4.
No, 4 or 2? Wait, what?
Well, we're 20, so it had to be 4. That was the first one we could vote in, I think.
Yeah.
How many of you guys, if you guys voted, if you don't mind answering, how many of you guys mailed in your vote?
Or just let us know if you mailed it in.
What was your
drop
process?
it off. The thing is, we're on the West Coast right now. Apparently, there's like 20 states that already have their polls closed because they're on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And the Midwest, right? Yeah.
It's kind of cool. They have like this map that he keeps touching and it shows how the different counties have voted. And I kind of want to have like a touch screen at home now where I'm like, I don't know. What do I want? What do I want to order off DoorDash and just use a TV for that?
I believe it might have been Samsung, but they have a fridge where one of the door panel is like a big screen computer TV, like a tablet on it, built in.
Should that be our next fridge?
Should that be our next fridge? We almost thought we had to replace our fridge because the ice maker didn't work. No, the freezer didn't work.
Oh yeah,
the freezer just stopped working.
What happened though? What did we end up doing to troubleshoot?
We ended up just unplugging it and plugging it back in, and that worked. And that is so typical, like IT solution. Oh, my computer doesn't work. Well, did you try unplugging it?
Yeah.
It is so silly, but hey, that applies to appliances. Okay, a lot of people mailed it in.
Looks like it.
Bonnie did a live vote. So did you actually go in today, or did you do the early in-person voting? Because those two are different too. I don't know if this is across America or if it was just in California, but they changed the process of voting. Before, we could only go to our assigned precinct.
Oh, right.
But now you could go to any polling center and cast in your vote. So that makes it more convenient.
Yeah, I mean, what I hope comes out of this election cycle is making, I mean, I feel like they've made it pretty easy, but like to continue that on, like through future elections. So despite COVID, despite theories about voter tampering and all that, just make it easy for people to have their voice heard.
Kind of like the census. That was easy this year because we
That was
just
easy.
did it online.
Yeah.
Maybe future voting could just be online.
I don't know if we'll ever get there though. Right? I did talk to some people and they were like, they filled out everything and then they made sure they walked down to the polling station and gave it to an actual person because they just weren't sure. Yeah. Sorry if it is blurry. There might be a lot of people online today, actually, if I think about it. People are just at home probably watching coverage and all that. Bonnie's took a total of 10 minutes to do the live voting. That's not bad.
Not bad at all. Maybe it's because they said this time around, way more people did early voting or mail-in voting than ever before.
Yeah.
So that means less people at the live poll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're blurring still. So it must be the internet connection. Should I just turn this off then?
Maybe. You think that's taking resources?
I don't know.
We'll try that. Maybe we'll just turn it on once we need an update.
Or if something exciting happens, let us know.
Well, I don't know. As I get older, the more I realize that things aren't usually called the night of anyways. But for some reason, I think it does. Right?
Well,
there's a few days after.
Well, it's because they predict there's no way the other candidate could catch up even with all the votes that hasn't been counted yet.
Yeah.
So that's when they call the race,
Well, that's when we ran into trouble back in, was it 2000 or 04? You reminded me about the whole Florida
Gore
fiasco.
That one, we didn't know who the president was until very close, or maybe even after the inauguration day. No, sorry.
It was kind of nice because usually, it's funny, earlier when we were initially watching, all the blinds were down. It was really dark in the house. We were watching the TV. It just felt very the mood was down. So, but now going on live, it kind of makes it more exciting because we're sharing in the anticipation with all of you guys as well.
Can we raise the volume just a tad?
Yeah.
Because we're not relying on our. It's like the situation room here. We have the TV on the back, but we also have our other laptop that was on TV, but if it's on too loud, let us know. We'll lower the volume. But I just want to keep my ears open for any critical
news. Maybe my big old head won't block the TV in the back.
So I don't know how I feel about CNN. I'm kind of just in the medium, in the middle with them. I do want to check in on our local news station because I'm curious about some of our local news.
Yeah. Ilsu says, I'm glad you guys are doing this because I'm too anxious to eat, so I can just watch you guys eat. Yeah, feel free.
And just have it in the background. That's what we're doing because we're so glued in, and it gets very anxiety when they keep showing the county by county analysis. I'm okay, do I really care about this random county in Ohio? Just.
Well, what I've learned is suburbs is where it's at. Apparently, that's what the guy keeps saying. He's you need the voters from the suburbs to really make a difference. So.
Hey, so what are you having for dinner?
It's so our setup for the Halloween video. Maybe this corn mac thing needs to be on our Thanksgiving menu this year. I really like chimichurri sauce.
Oh, we should say though, we don't care who you voted for or who you support, because you're entitled to your own opinion and all that. This is a democracy that we live in, so we really respect that. But we also ask that everyone try not to get personal here. Try not to stir, controversy or drama. So in the chat room, just engage in conversation, but not to hurt or be mean or be harmful to other people.
Yeah.
Right.
You do you, boo, but respectfully.
Yes. What's up, Miguel? Oh, Chastity. I hope you get to feel better soon and eat
Yeah.
food. Food is really the fuel to one's body, It really affects your mood, everything from your mood to your mental state to your physical state. And even having like a healthy gut, which is important.
This is having anxiety for dinner. You'll look great in the morning. No, it's a very anxious time. And even for me, doing this right now is calming me down. Because I think if I just sat there and I would just sit there until like 11 p.m., stare at the same map over and over and like things turning red, things turning blue. It's like, this is kind of giving me like that. Still able to express myself, but not be so like anxious about results.
There was only 2 incidents for election results that I was very anxious about.
Related to the props? Or no?
One was 4 years ago for the presidential election. I was very anxious about that one.
Yeah.
And I remember, the results really surprised me, and it kind of gave me a feeling that I didn't think like I would get, but it did.
Yeah.
The other one, I forgot which was, a Prop 8 here in California. The marriage equality proposition. The first time around in California, it didn't pass.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? But they wouldn't call the results for that one until like maybe 3 a.m. So I remember like I need to stay up to know how the votes come in, and you slowly look at the numbers like add up for no and yes for Prop 8, and then they finally called it didn't pass or whatever, like it didn't support gay marriage. I was like, whoa! So I remember that I was really devastated for it.
Yeah.
Well, how much? I'm glad that times have changed, though.
Related? Oh, to that specific.
Since that time, when more people voted no on 8, till now it's like more people support marriage equality. That's awesome. We're moving in the right direction.
Let's hope so.
I'm not mad about this collard green. I like it.
It's good.
It's like tastes like a Korean banchan, but with collard greens, which I don't really eat a lot in my life.
So is this considered soul food? There's a lot at stake tonight. Do you guys ever use humor to like gloss over it? Like, Heather asked, is Prop 22 about the
gig economy?
Oh, it was? I thought it was about Uber.
Yeah, gig.
Oh, that's what it's. You see, like this is what's a gig economy? Oh, but gigs.
Gig.
For some reason, when you said gig economy, I thought of like gigabytes, like tech. Like I don't remember voting on any tech.
The Uber, the gig economy.
Well, I'll tell you this much, Heather. The last time we were out in Palm Springs, we could not find a ride for the life of us.
I know.
So I'm very interested in seeing how that, whatever way that goes, like how that.
Sean ended up having to call Cathedral City's like taxi company.
Yeah.
Right.
We have not been in a taxi in forever. So, and welcome everybody to the chat. If you guys just got here, we're just having a casual kickback dinner as we hear election results. So we don't get to all of your comments. My phone's been blowing up all day for people reminding me
To vote.
to vote.
Oh, I registered myself to check the status of my ballot.
Oh,
You have to
has
go
it
online to
changed
do
yet?
that. I didn't check. It's probably still in the box.
Yeah.
We asked people how they voted.
Yeah.
Many of you mailed it in. Many of you dropped it off. Many of you did live voting today. What we did is we used our mail-in ballot. Actually, for those that were on our live yesterday,
Yeah.
we actually filled it out yesterday during our live, and then we dropped it off in the drop box today, which is election day. Oh, we got super chat. Oh, Candace.
Candace, thank you so much. I'm thrilled with the surprise live mukbang, especially during this anxious time. Love you guys. Oh, thank you so much.
Wow, James, what a great idea to go on live today. I think this is an appropriate time to do an impromptu live.
Yeah.
And just keep our minds kind of occupied as the results are coming in. Because most people, maybe without COVID, might have thrown an election party, but you can't really do that.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah. So this is a way to still connect.
Yeah.
And yeah. It's a reciprocal relationship because you guys are, like I said earlier, really keeping our nerves at bay too. I just see a lot of red behind me though.
And you're helping us. What's the word? Make sure the time goes by faster than it would have been if we just watched the news all night long.
Is this potato in here? Oh no, this is steak. From this angle, it looked like a potato.
Oh, projection. Oh, for the U.S. Senate. So it looks like John Hickenlooper from Colorado won the Senate race there.
Is this your audition?
It's slowly balancing the power of the Senate race.
Yeah, I think earlier we just even had this realization that the last time there was a presidential election, like 4 years ago, so much has happened in 4 years. Yeah, like I can't even, just a lot of stuff has happened. Jennifer is in South Carolina. Welcome.
So for you, your polling center is already closed. For us, it closes at 7? 8? 8. It closes at 8. So in California, there's 1 more hour until the polling center close. So if you haven't voted yet and you're on the West Coast, consider.
You know what's surprising? Well, I guess it makes sense, but I'm surprised that all the states have different rules. Like something as big as an election, I would just have assumed like, okay, everyone
has the same.
Like you can register by this date, like, but it's just so everyone can decide on their own how they want to make things work.
Oh, yeah.
I find that very surprising.
The United States has a weird history because ever since the founding of our country, there had to be a right balance of states' power, like rights and federal rights, right? Because we are a collection of states that make up this country. Other countries, especially if you're not big enough, don't have states,
right?
A collection of states, right? So a little different. Well, good night, Aiden.
Someone said if this was broccolini, it's actually collard greens.
But it's good. I'm surprised we don't really eat a lot of collard greens.
It's just not accessible. Like if we went to the market, is there collard greens there?
There's. It's kind of where the
Asian market or American market?
Oh, for sure, American market, because it's where the kales.
Oh, we should probably learn how to cook a bit more then.
Yeah.
You kind of have to cook it like it, right? Or it'll be kind of bitter, right? Oh, we have someone from Bakersfield. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome. We drove through Bakersfield on the way to Sequoia.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, we had what's that? I keep forgetting the name. Sean, what's the name of the roast beef restaurant?
Brisket,
Santa Maria.
Firestone, Fire something,
Fire Grill.
Fire something, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Firestone, isn't that a tire company? No, this was a wine that was gifted to us, not part of the subscription thing. Which, now that I think about it, how often do we get wine from NPR?
Every quarter. So we should be getting one pretty soon. So we need to finish our current inventory.
Yeah. And Sean, that's a great reminder. If you're in line to vote by 8 p.m., your vote will still count. So, if they try to turn you away, your voting rights is, no, you're already standing in line, so you're still able to submit your ballot.
Yeah. Good reminder.
Yeah. Yep, Firestone Grill.
Firestone.
Yeah. Dana, your dinner sounds very similar to ours. She had barbecue spare ribs, mac and cheese, corn on the cob, potato salad, and macaroni salad.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same thing. And Mandy says that they're a new subscriber. Welcome. Yeah, this is like not our usual mukbang setup.
We're very cash today.
We're very cash. I'm not even wearing underwear. So when you told me to turn off the
haven't worn underwear in our lives since the beginning.
No, I wear it sometimes especially if we have to do jumping jacks.
No, not when you did the 10 laps to the guest bedroom. You
Why?
kept announcing, I'm not wearing underwear and my shorts falling off.
I have a voice.
This is turning into our normal Monday or Friday night lives.
Well,
we just wanted to be.
We are. Well, yeah. What is making this casual than usual? Well, yeah, we don't have to do the wheel spin. We're not asking for lights.
We're not cooking.
Yes, we're not cooking. That's a huge difference.
Yeah, I feel very relaxed, and I'm just enjoying. Oh, the wine is really good. Thank you.
Yeah. Tamika says, I'm here trying to distract myself. Awesome. This is the best place to do it. I voted, but I'm feeling super anxious. I'm having Little Caesar pizza with garlic dipping sauce. Very delicious.
Oh,
yes.
Do they still have their cheesy crazy bread?
I would bet. That was so good.
Oh, we have a key race alert. Of course, everything's too early to call. Why call it key race alert if everything Nevada's too early to call?
It's called making up airtime. It actually worked because they did that and you just instantly look.
I know. CNN knows the formula of. You know what? I don't know. How do you feel about this? News now, for breaking news like that alert.
Yeah.
From the graphic, they use that so liberally now.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe back in the day,
it was reserved for like only high-speed chases,
or like even like more serious than that. But now it's like
cat stuck in a tree.
Breaking news! It's raining today. Especially in California, they make a big deal when it rains.
Well, rain. It's always good. Yeah, weather. California weather is
like
always
every
breaking
2 minutes of breaking news. Wow, we're getting a half-inch rain in the whole night. It's like, what? And even with CNN, they know the formula. They know how many minutes in between to throw in that boom, 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 boom,
Well, there's just someone back there probably pressing the button on the switchboard. And all
they don't want us to change the channel.
That is true.
This is science.
Yeah.
It's kind of disgusting.
Hi, Rose. Welcome. Yeah, thank you guys all for hanging out with us tonight. And Mandy's been here in and out. It's just her 1-year-old is keeping her occupied. So we really appreciate you even being here right now. The food is good, Noah. Usually when we order from Isse, we would eat half of which is probably what's going to happen. We eat half of the food that comes in the set. This is too much for us to eat all. So
I don't know. At this point, I feel like we're gonna be close.
what?
You know what I mean?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Iron Coat, as they said a moment ago, it's too early to call.
So far, according to CNN, Biden has 89 electoral votes, and Trump has 72.
Trivia question: how many do you need to become the president of the United States?
Do you know?
Because they've been saying it like the last hour. I think if you asked me before this, I wouldn't have known. You probably would have known offhand, right? So how many electoral college votes do they need to win? And what did you say it's at right now?
89 versus 72.
So still too early.
Too early.
We got a guess of 245, which is close but not quite. And then a slew of guesses that say 270, which is the answer. Yes, 270 to be president. Now, if you were vying for the president, to become president of the United States, what would you do on election night?
Huh?
What would you do on election night? Would you sit at home and like watch it on TV? Would you throw a party? Like, what do you do? What do they do?
I think they're kind of close by to their victory or concession speech like venue, but they're probably at a hotel room.
Hotel room. Oh.
Drinking wine all night.
I mean, if I get why we have every right to be anxious, I wonder how. I'm curious how they feel.
Even like local candidates, I wonder what Josh Newman's doing now. Where is he? Right?
Yeah, you just don't like. How do you go about your day? There's a little bit of heat in that chimichurri. James and Mark for president. Oh gosh.
That reminds me of when Bill and Hillary ran in 92. Like their kind of unofficial slogan was "You get 2 for 1."
And you know, American people love a good deal.
Yeah.
That's a really good campaign slogan. I didn't know they were saying that.
Yeah. It's a 2 for 1 deal.
Yeah. Sean would be at the Buffalo slots if I was candidate on election night. Can you imagine? Would that be good press? Like the next president of the U.S. is like
helping the economy.
I guess so.
And if you're trying to get Las Vegas to support you, then I'm sure they're like, yeah.
How many electoral college votes are there for California?
50 something.
That's a lot.
Okay, here's a trivia question.
Oh.
Do you know how they come up with the number for each state? How many electoral votes each state gets? How do they determine the number?
I mean, the logical thing, which I would write on a test if I had to take one, would be population, but I feel like that's not the right answer.
Well, indirectly, it does have to do with population, but not 100%.
Well, so I until recently, I didn't realize that electoral college is actually people.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't know that until like not that long ago. I literally thought it was just an abstract. They get this number of whatever. So technically, well, here's an example. You said how many does California have?
Like 50 something.
So if Biden wins California, it doesn't mean all 50 have to vote for him, right?
They do.
Oh, they have. They're just forced to.
because they represent the voters of that state.
Oh, so they can't like.
Conceptually, you have to be chosen to be an electoral, electoral voter, but then you have to go off by the will of the people of your state.
So it can't. It's not like Survivor where you can write someone's name down and like blindside them. No, that would be more entertaining.
I don't think it's gonna work that way.
No hidden immunity idols, nothing like that. Okay, well, so then what is it then? Oh, no, it's not. It's not. Is it? Does it have anything to do with the House of Representatives?
Yes, and
the number of Senate. Well, isn't it always? So it's always +2.
So House of Representatives +2 Senate. Yeah.
So it is based on. So would you give me credit if you were like my professor?
I mean, I think no, I wouldn't give credit because
you're a hard grader.
No, because I think like it's just common. Like, of course, it's gonna somehow be based on the population, but the real answer is number of representative and Senate represents your state gets the number of electoral college.
Fine. Half credit.
Because if it's by population, is it like every 1,000 people is one? Like, so it's not really like that, you know. I mean, kind of with the House of Representatives.
No, it's totally because it's all based off. It's still going to the.
But how would you account for the senators? That's not based on population.
Yeah, that's just the formula. So it's population +2.
Yeah.
But I didn't say that, so then fine, I get a 0. Yeah, it's too close to call. So by the time we end this stream, there will not be a president declared. I am almost certain of it.
Did they call Florida yet?
Because
Florida, at least 91% of the precincts reported in.
Yeah.
Oh, Florida. Oh, Trump has a big lead in Florida.
Yeah.
So I think Trump's actually gonna win Florida. The gap is pretty high. All night long, it was like Biden was lead, and then like the lead like shrunk. And slowly, Trump was in lead, and now the gap got even larger.
Well, they kept saying earlier, like a lot of what had come in early were people who voted early,
but not so much of the mail-in ballots.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder if Trump, if he does win Florida, is because like he goes there a lot.
Does he have any hotels there?
Yeah, but he goes. I think he has his own property. Was it a Fort Largo, Mount Largo, something Largo?
Key Largo. Doesn't he golf out there?
Yeah, that's why.
Oh yeah. Oh, Florida.
I'm getting full. How about you?
Yeah. And yes, confirmed by Wovi, he has golf courses and hotels there. Now, I know that might have been a typo, but it could be true too. Gold courses. Doesn't he have a gold toilet or something like that?
Yeah.
So it's not far off from the truth.
Oh, Julius, yes.
Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, Florida's a tough one. It's always been a swing state too. I think the closest that in my memory was probably Gore and Bush. And I think the difference of that was like 500 votes.
Do you know why I think it's a swing state all the time?
Because there's swingers there?
No.
What?
Because it looks like a thumb, and thumbs go like this. Like thumb war. So Florida is just trying to like retain its reputation from its shape. It's embodying its shape.
Then how do you explain like Ohio or what's it, Pennsylvania?
Well, Ohio, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about. Yeah, Pennsylvania is interesting too.
Well, because those sometimes swing states are also called purple states.
So what's the difference between that, and then battleground? They're all like synonyms of each other.
They're all synonyms.
Well, Might need more wine tonight.
So, and very sad, but I really wanted to credit her effort. But do you know what Hillary Clinton wore the night of the election?
It was either all white, all blue, or all red. I'm gonna go with neither. All purple.
I mean, she wore intentionally a blazer with a purple.
Oh yeah, that was
lapel.
strategic, huh? To show the
Because she thought she was gonna win, but she purposely chose purple because what her message wanted to be is, you know what, let's work together. It doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democratic, we're all Americans. So it's about time for us to join hands and work together, and red and blue makes purple. I love when people pay attention to the little details with even like what color to wear. I think that's so smart, you know?
She burned her outfit after.
Probably.
Oh, that sucks. Can you imagine though wearing the outfit that you would think is going to be your moment and then ends up not?
Yeah, and the thing is, all the expert pundits and polls said she was going to. It's just that the voter turnout was lower. Yeah. Would Biden wear purple? I don't think he would even think about that, you know?
No, I don't.
That's why I love when someone goes the extra mile to convey a message, you know?
Yeah, you out of everyone I know really enjoys those little extra effort to detail.
Yeah, she wore all white when she accepted the nomination.
That's right.
Democratic at the National Convention, because she represents the women's suffrage movement, which I thought was so smart and beautiful too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop talking about her.
It's okay.
Oh.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
That's probably why 2016 was tough on you.
Yeah.
Right? Because you had a way that you wanted things to like pan out, and obviously it didn't. Mark also wore purple that night. Do you even own? Oh, you do own purple.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You own purple underwear. Do you still have those?
Yes, I'm not wearing them right now though.
Are you wearing blue or red?
I'm wearing nude.
Oh, what? Political preference.
It's too early. It's too early to call. There's been no color declared down there.
It's more white than nude. So are you representing the women's suffrage?
Yes. Oh my god. Why would I be tan down there? Oh, you're too much. Oh my god. You're right. It's like no matter how hard we try, it's always gonna go back to the formula we've instilled on this channel. How's this? This is not casual. Is this casual?
We're supposed to be a little bit more serious.
Well, you know what? I didn't know what to expect on jumping on here, but just reading a lot of the comments about this is a good distraction. I'm anxious. I can't eat. Like that's also making me feel
we chose the right thing to do.
That we used our time wisely.
Now, if we get to 200 likes, we'll eat our shin ramyun.
Oh my god, that's funny. You know what? Yeah, that is funny.
How many likes do we have? We haven't been asking, but please.
Well, because we're asking people to vote. We don't need likes today. We need you to vote.
Well, why don't you carry on the momentum of your voting effort to also like the video? And if you're watching and not a subscriber, you know what? Today is the day for you to finally decide to hit that subscribe button. We just surpassed 19,000. We should celebrate.
Oh yeah.
Last night, I think, or this morning, something.
This morning,
we hit 19,000.
Yeah, that's a huge accomplishment. How many subscribers were we at 4 years ago? Probably definitely under 10,000.
Really? I was probably
because it was our first year. So I was like under 1,000.
My sense of timing is, I feel like 4 years ago for the election was just like maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like my time of reference is so.
Yeah.
John says this is terrible. Well, the CNN's electoral map hasn't changed yet. It's still 89 to 72.
Yeah.
But Florida is a disappointment. Yeah.
We lost that some more. We didn't know this was happening today. We didn't know either. We just decided to hop on.
Very impromptu. We didn't promote it. We just decided. Literally, 20 minutes to hit on go live. That's when we decided.
Yeah. John says just anxious with Florida and Texas. But did they already call Florida?
You know, I'm noticing that CNN is slower this time around. They're one of the last ones to do projections. Even AP, Reuters, the Associated Press, usually they would be the slowest one. They're actually quicker than CNN. So that's going to tell you something about how CNN is treading this year's election cycle. Who won? We're still watching. You know, I also want to watch Spectrum News because they are, in my opinion, also kind of try to be very neutral, like NPR a little bit, even though a lot of people say NPR is more liberal, but they try to be very unbiased. I feel like Spectrum News, if you have Spectrum Cable, it comes on Channel 1. They actually stole quite a few key people that used to work at NPR to work at their station, like Alex Cohen.
Yeah.
She was really famous on NPR, but she's on Spectrum News now. But anyways, sometimes I like to listen to an unbiased opinion, especially with news media. So Spectrum News does that to me.
Which is smart because then they can capture people that want to buy cable through them, regardless of what political stance they have.
At first, when Spectrum announced that they're going to have Spectrum News, I was like, why? What? I don't understand it. But in the long run, I think if more and more people appreciate Spectrum News, then that might give them more of a reason to stick with cable and not be a cord cutter. Here's a question. Who's a cord cutter?
What's a cord cutter?
People who decide to not rely on cable TV anymore, so they cut the cord and they use like Netflix and Hulu and other like over-the-air antennas.
Well, when I mentioned that I was on a game show, no one could watch it because everyone doesn't have cable anymore.
It's not on cable.
Well, TV. They don't have the antenna or the cable.
So for sure, they're like the extreme cord cutter then.
Yeah, they only have Hulu, Disney Plus, and Netflix. That's it.
So
And
we are actually guilty of still having cable, still having Hulu, Amazon Prime Videos, Netflix, Viki.
Guess how many I've asked you to cut though?
We also have Tableau, which is to watch over-the-air channels, but not through the antenna.
Is that a subscription? Do we have to subscribe to that, or is that we just get it from now on? Because you can cancel that. I thought we only got that for the.
I don't remember.
We definitely cancel that, and I don't think I've ever watched anything off of Amazon Prime Video.
Once in a while we do. Like Okay Madam, I rented that through Amazon. They were the first one.
Oh, that was
distributors to show the movie right after its release.
All right, I'm gonna rinse my hands. Tonight might be a dessert night too. Just soothe me.
Tom Choo Choo also likes unbiased opinion. Mega Mix uses YouTube, and that's so awesome because you're using YouTube to watch us right now. So we support that. Oh, it's too early.
Too early. We can have our own network. All we have to do is say it's too early the whole time.
It's like,
Lupe, it's too early.
It's like, an expected mom. She's like, I'm ready to give birth. And the doctor's like, it's too early, go back home. That's like the worst answer you want to hear at the moment, huh?
Sean says Tom fell asleep.
How can you fall asleep right now? Oh my gosh, Sean.
Well, this is a scary thing.
How do you fall asleep?
We can go to sleep tonight, and then when we wake up tomorrow, the whole world could be different. But that's the story of 2020. That is the storyline of 2020. Every night you go to sleep, you wake up, there's something different that's there. It's just been stacked on top of each other, one after another. Maybe we've all built this like form of, I don't know if resiliency is the right word, or like a thick skin. Like there's just been so many challenges thrown people's way this year.
I was in like for work. I was in one of those like, like I'm in these like cohort meetings once in a while. Like when we had to talk about like our honest feelings about whatever, and then I said something, and then the facilitator liked this so much. At the end of the whole course, like months later,
she repeated.
She actually been writing down things that she liked hearing, and then at the end of during our last session, she's like, "I just want to share some of the memorable quotes that I've heard y'all say throughout the months." One of them was what I said.
So you're doing that thing where you're like building it up. Just say it. You're like you're worse than the TV.
You know how they, people always say like, if you're resilient, then that's good. That's a good attribute. We need to be resilient. But I said like, I'm kind of tired of having the expectation of being resilient, because being resilient is a double-edged sword.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it does help you adapt, pivot, and move on, and and handle the situation, but it takes a toll on your body. So for other people to always expect you to be resilient, that's kind of like not a compliment. It's kind of like, what do you want? Do you want me to keep getting like beat up and still stand up and be able to fight? No, I need to be able to recoup and have my moment to rest and escape from everything too. Right?
Yeah.
So I said resilient is like a double-edged sword. I should know that.
That's true. I like that.
You like that?
I feel like
resiliency is a double-edged sword.
I mean, I don't know about you. You guys can let us know in the chat. I feel like a good chunk of people feel like they've been running on empty just to get through this year.
Yeah.
It's like trying to drive that car, even though there's no gas in it, but you still gotta like get that car somewhere.
But great for everyone for being able to be resilient. But for other people to just make that to be your norm. Oh, that's okay. James is a resilient, so he could handle it. That's a horrible thing to say. No, to expect someone to no, that doesn't matter because James is resilient. He could handle it. It doesn't matter. Let's pay attention to this other matter, right? That would take a toll on you.
Well, it's interesting that you say that, because I also am in part of this other cohort group.
Okay.
And I think I even told you this recently, but I just said, at what point do I need to keep accommodating other people's stressors? So that was also kind of interesting. I said that, I was like, well, it's great, double-edged sword. It's like great that you're resilient, but then it sucks when people are like, well, yeah, you're resilient, so you'll figure it out, you'll make it happen. But it's like, well, no, don't take advantage of that.
Don't take
attribute that I have,
advantage of that. Right, exactly.
Yeah. Mark is the best YouTuber ever. I love your videos.
And James. Thank you.
JSMR says that house is gorgeous. Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome over anytime.
This is definitely a blessing in disguise. We sold everything we have and really just started winging it. Stuck in Bali for 8 months now, and I'm not really sure what to do now. Wow.
You know what? Explore. I'm really envious of that ability to just give up everything that you established to start a new adventure.
That's not in your DNA.
What you just described is your YouTube name. You explore as you go.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
What you just said right now, you were stuck. You don't know what to do now. You don't need to know, because you'll figure it out as you go.
Yeah.
But I just love that, because that is opposite of what I tend to do. That's why I get so envious when people are able to do what I don't do. Right. So should we sell everything and hang out with Weedy and Bernard and Bali for the next 8 months?
Well, they just had that freaking rainbow dumpling. I'm still catching up on their videos, but they had this place that had like 8 different types of dumplings, and they're all different colors, all different flavors. And I was like, I want to eat that.
Yeah.
Thomas, it's okay, but he says, sorry, James, you're amazing too. And Dana says, wow, you are here for all of us tonight. I'm so glad you're streaming. I love your videos and both of you bring such comfort. Oh, thank you, Dana. Yeah, I mean, I feel really good about being on right now. I also have to admit, I was also worried about going on because anytime there's that topic of politics,
we try to.
It gets muddy. You know, I'll be the first one to admit I don't ever really come for people if they have a different viewpoint than me. But I know people in my life who are very vocal, and I feel attacked. I feel whatever, and they have no problem saying A, B, and C, and it doesn't matter if it hurts you. Like, I just don't like to engage in that kind of.
Right. So initially we're hesitant, but you know what? What the reality is that more people are just very anxious.
Yes.
So we're fulfilling the role of just keeping our minds occupied, and we weren't even really thinking about that. So I'm glad that this was the outcome of us going in life. It's just that we're all helping each other out through the other indirect elements of election night, not based on being political or not. You know?
Right. And I like what you said earlier, like, as difficult as it might be not agreeing with certain viewpoints of either candidate, we're accepting of everyone's viewpoint here. That is what a democracy is, right? But slowly over time, I feel like people's perception of democracy is as long as the person I want to win, that's all that matters.
Oh, right? Someone telling you you have like 30 more minutes to
I mean,
vote.
It's the same phone number, so it has to be, right? It's not like some kind of emergency that I'm like, not.
Want to answer it first?
No, it's okay. They didn't leave a voicemail, so it can't be that important.
It might be a pollster. They want to know who you voted. Like what?
So I got 2 of them today, and they're from high school students. So I was very impressed. I always make sure I thank them, and I said, "Oh, thanks for spending your time doing this." And they always I'm sorry. It's the wine. They always are appreciative that I acknowledge that they're spending their time doing it, because it's always great when young people get engaged with their
even though you're not old enough to vote, you could still volunteer and engage in your civic duties.
Yeah.
Oh, Bonnie, let's celebrate that. Delaware elected first transgender senator. I think I read that someone was running. I'm not sure if they're the very first. Oh no, they're doing the county by county analysis. Oh, Florida. Oh, Trump is ahead almost by 350,000 votes. So that's a big gap.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why I like James and Mark, because we respect opinions. And we like wine.
You like wine. Here, just clip this.
Yeah. I guess next in the next 4 years, when we do the next election cycle, we should make games out of this. We were not prepared this time, but we could do like time. They say too early to call. We have to take a shot.
Or when's the Canadian voting, and when's the UK? Maybe we could do it for other countries voting.
Yeah,
we could be like the election, not whisperer, because that means we know who wins, because we really wouldn't.
Yeah,
but more like an election distractor. That could be our role. Our new YouTube name, the election distractor.
It sounds like a superhero name almost.
Yeah,
but I don't know why. That I feel like our super move would be like this, because we're distractors.
It's too early to call, even though they make the announcement 2 days earlier.
This Kaya, I hope I'm saying your name right. Says I'm new. I like your videos. I haven't asked anyone. We haven't asked anyone the question.
Oh,
we should do that.
we should. So if you're new, please let us know where you're from, what's your favorite food, and how did you find us, and if you've subscribed to us.
Yeah, please subscribe. Lupe says, any fun weekend plans? I don't think so. It's kind of up in the air. Probably do a chill weekend is what I would like to do. Who knows? Anushka says, this is amazing. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. And Dee Dee says, hello from Vancouver, and yes, do a host party for us.
How is
elections in Canada, right?
Is by popular vote.
Oh, it's popular vote
in Canada. I'm pretty confident it's by popular vote.
Mm-hmm.
And how is Justin Trudeau doing? I haven't heard of him in the news in recent months. Actually,
did his wife get coronavirus? Right?
Yeah.
So, Cindy, what ultimately will decide if either candidate wins is if they are able to snatch 270 electoral votes. So it's very possible that someone could get more popular votes, sheer volume of votes, and still lose the election.
So, for example, 4 years ago, Hillary Clinton versus Trump, Hillary Clinton actually got 3 million more votes nationwide. But because we use the electoral college system, she lost the presidential race. So I think with a lot of non-Americans, that concept would be very weird to them.
I think so too.
Even as American, it's weird to me. Like, why are we still using electoral college? But anyways, that's for another conversation. But yeah, I mean, it is a very weird concept if you think about it. Huh?
It is.
Yeah.
It's almost like, you have a group of 10 friends and then you vote for like, where do you guys want to eat? And like 8 people say Olive Garden, but because the other 2 have more weight, then you end up at Macaroni Grill.
Oh,
like
if they weigh more.
Yeah, I don't.
So it's my pounds.
That's not what I meant.
No,
this wine is
concept-wise, it could mean that.
But you know what I'm saying, right? Like 8 votes to 2 votes, you should be able to go to Olive Garden because that's what the group wanted. But the will of the people says differently. You end up at
the will of the state, I guess. Yeah.
Anyways. Jay says, I subscribed a very long time ago, but I haven't been on YouTube for a while. But I've always enjoyed your live shows. Looks like it's gotten so much better quality. So, yeah, come back on a Friday or Monday, 6 p.m. We have a good time. Not that this isn't a good time either, but
I mean, we do try really hard on our lives.
Yes.
On Monday and Friday nights.
So much work.
Maybe some of you think it's just straightforward. But maybe because we're so natural, or I don't know, but it actually takes a lot of effort.
You know what we should do? I don't know if we'll ever actually do it, but I'm throwing out an idea. We should leave the stream on after we end it, just to see how long it takes to clean up and do everything else after.
Definitely take all hands on deck.
Hadu even. Yeah, we'll stack things on Hadu and he'll run it to the dishwasher.
But even not only after, but before, all the prepping and planning that goes before.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like, not only is the live like 2.5+ hours, but the prep time and the cleaning time, it's just it's like a 8-hour day at work.
6.
8.
Oh, maybe 8. But
you still have to go grocery store.
That is true. That is very true.
Prep everything, wash all the produce.
Mandy is from Texas. Does not remember how she found us. Probably on recommendations, looking up seafood boils. Great. And Anushka, we're so happy that we are helping with your anxiety. I was watching the election and mukbangs at the same time, and this popped up. Well, we're glad you made a left turn and ended up here. That's a very specific viewer that we just reached out to. Someone that's watching the election and watching a mukbang. We're doing both.
Maybe our concept should be like, people get to vote what we eat next or something.
Yeah, we could do that. It's a good idea. Usmani says, "What is going on, guys? Welcome to our stream."
We're just watching the election results come in, eating dinner with y'all, drinking some really good wine.
And Wanda says, "Hello, I'm from Philly, new here. Love to see both of you. Welcome, Wanda. You guys are so cute. Thank you for the laughs," Avril says. And hi, brother versus sister.
Brother versus sister? You know, what's the first thing that you think of when you heard that? And I'll tell you what I thought of.
I'm going to say Top Model, that one song.
So, oh my gosh. I had two things that came in mind at the same time.
Okay.
That Top Model song.
Oh, X versus Separate?
No.
Oh, what then?
The Bearstein Bears.
So I know of them, but I don't know enough to be able to reference anything. So is there?
You haven't read their books?
I've read their books, but I don't remember enough to. Is there like a series where it's brother versus sister, or they always compete against each other?
That's what their names are: brother,
Oh,
sister, mother, and father.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Why does it seem like the mom's always wear pajamas?
I know.
That's okay though. She's comfy all the time, but did the TV just turn off?
Oh no! What's the The TV's not on. CNN froze. Oh, there we go.
There it is. You scared me.
I always felt like they needed to cut their nails. They're Bernstein Bears.
Well,
It always looked kind of sharp. Hold on. Do you remember?
Well, I can just imagine them now, but I'm not sure.
I always was like, oh, their nails look kind of sharp.
Well, thank you so much, Wanda. And Happy Asian Girl says, "Hey guys, welcome."
Is this for real? It's real.
Mitchell says, "That's why CNN is trash."
Like, look, like doesn't.
Oh my God, they're really long.
Like they just have nails.
Yeah.
Please Google. I don't know if this will show up.
It's hard to see. Oh, there you go.
But look at his and her. Look at sister's name. It's like claw status. So as a kid, oh no, the mom's mad at them.
Oh, Shah Rob forgot about that cartoon, right? It is an old school cartoon. And Lewis, it's too early to call who's winning.
Although Biden increases the electoral votes by a little bit.
Yeah.
They keep showing Las Vegas, Nevada on CNN. I don't know why.
We have some more projections right now.
More projection. New Hampshire went to Biden. That's 4 electoral votes.
Biden wins in New Hampshire. There are several states now where CNN projects that Trump is winning.
Okay, Trump won Louisiana, Kansas, Utah, and Arkansas.
Louisiana. He beats Biden in Louisiana, wins 8 electoral votes in Louisiana.
So Louisiana is 8 votes for Trump. Kansas went to Trump for 6 electoral votes.
Another 6 electoral votes in Utah.
Another 6 electoral votes.
So are these all like ones that he was projected to win? They're not like surprises.
Utah was leaning Trump, but not heavily.
Yeah.
But, oh my God! It's literally tied right now. So Biden has 98 electoral votes. Trump has 95. It's a difference of 3, and you need 270 to win.
That's too much. Thank you, Lou, for dropping by. Oh, excuse me.
On Friday, we want to know more about your engagement. Yeah.
Yeah. June said goodnight earlier. I forgot to read that out loud. So, is Trump for gay marriage?
I don't know what he supports personally, but he's really good at supporting his base of supporters. And he'll want to amplify their voices. Even I don't know how he believes personally, but because he supports his base supporters, we know that his base supporters, not a lot of them do support gay marriage.
Right.
Yeah. So I think you could probably connect the dots.
And so, yeah, and you can probably answer some questions people were asking about who we support.
Yeah.
Connect the dots. I like that. You could run for office. You answer the question, but you don't, but you do. You know, like, it's good. I like it. Dee Dee says, my nerves are shot. That's how I found you the first time while watching CNN mukbang. What were you guys eating? Go subscribe and watch again and again. Well, Dee Dee, we were just eating ribs, steak, potato salad, mac and cheese, and collard greens.
To represent the value that we have on our American, like, traditional foods, you know?
Yeah. But what I think is great is that there's that Korean twist to it, which celebrates the diversity of our country.
We should also acknowledge the native people that we're sharing the land with here. So I looked it up recently, and where we live is called the Tongva tribe.
Here is where
they actually had a larger territory that expands from like LA County to Orange County to even like the Catalina Island area. So the Tongva tribe, we acknowledge and we thank you for everything.
He thought it was possible. That was possible. He could flip Florida. We're still waiting a lot of votes in Georgia, but comfortably for the president.
Loeb says you should run.
I know, I need to lose weight.
We'll see if it holds up. Same thing has happened here. We're only lead for Joe Biden. This is the anomaly of 2020.
James and Mark Shaw is my 33-year-old daughter. Is that for real? Mega Mix and Shaw?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't want to believe it until I have evidence.
Shaw,
I've been so gullible on this channel. Now I'm like,
Shaw, can you corroborate? Mega Mix.
Yeah. Catherine says, James, do you know how to speak Vietnamese? I do. Probably not as well as, probably the height of my Vietnamese was probably in my mid-20s when I had to use it for work. But nowadays I don't use it as much.
Oh, wow. You know what? I'm getting, I like when my head was facing this way, not this way. I'm getting anxiety.
Yeah, keep it forward. Mitchell wants to be a mod. You know what? You got to just stick around for a while. The map looks so scared in the back. Steph says, thanks so much for going live. Much needed tonight, right?
It's needed for us as much as it's needed for a lot of you here.
Yes.
This is the state of play in Michigan. You see Donald Trump's lead here, 1.1 million to Joe Biden's 907.
Oh, so Trump is leading Michigan. Oh, that's interesting. But only 37% of the precincts have reported back in.
Yeah.
37%, that's in 17% of that current vote.
Mega Mix says, I love you. I would not lie to you too. I'm sorry not believing you then.
Explorer, we're actually on CNN. Just because, I don't know, we could change it to MSNBC or Spectrum News or something. But if the results are coming to you slow, you'll hear from us right now. We've been kind of also announcing all the major updates, right?
Yeah. You're getting sucked in.
So again, the current status, according to CNN, that is Biden has 98 electoral votes and Trump has 95.
Oh, we got word in. Breaking news. Sean has indigestion.
And bruised knees. What can we do to help?
Is that streamable online? I don't know. I'm sure you probably have to pay like a small subscription to get it, right? Or just go to the website.
Just go to NPR. If you don't want to watch it, you could hear NPR is streamable online. But just go to your website and just listen. Yeah. They do live coverage on the radio right now.
So someone said because we're on CNN, it makes it obvious who we support. So should we turn to Fox News for like 30 seconds?
I know. Here's the thing. I'm not a big fan of CNN either because I just don't like centralization, you know?
Yeah.
I
do feel like I think it's pretty obvious that there are certain news channels that are biased one way or the other. And it doesn't really do you any favors if they say everything you want to hear, because that's not what you need to hear.
But you know what? I could tell by watching CNN during the coverage right now.
Yeah.
Is they're not doing editorial like updates. They're just being factual.
Straight shooter.
They're just being factual right now.
Yeah.
They're just saying what the update of the vote is. Too close to call. They're actually being very conservative with projection. Other news channels are projecting all these other states before CNN does. So I think they're taking their approach as, you know what, let's just kind of slow down, only report on what the votes are coming in, and that's it. Because I haven't heard any opinionated voices yet.
The only thing that I caught was he said that he had an impressive lead, but he was talking about Trump. So technically,
Yeah.
that's that. Adriel says, thank you for the acknowledgement. So appreciate you guys, from an enrolled Taos Pueblo tribal member on father's side and 6th generation from Chief Red Cloud on my mother's side. Wow. It sounds like a very rich history.
I know. I'm actually really curious to learn more. I might have to check back on the live chat to look up the names of those tribes.
And Eddie Liao, I'm going to be biased. I like this comment. It says, to Trump, I'm sorry, my dear, but you're up for elimination.
So is he gonna lip sync? Ooh, I don't know what song he would sing, but that's funny.
Oh, Renee, we appreciate you so much as well. Thank you for being here.
We certainly will. We have some more projections.
Oh, more projection. So Illinois went to Biden, so that's 20. Oh, that's a bigger state, 20. And then, Trump won Missouri.
Is that shocking? I don't really know, like...
No, I'm thinking about Minnesota. No, Missouri.
Oh.
Yeah. Because Missouri is near Michigan, and those are all, like, toss-up states, you know?
LT, did you catch up on Refund Sisters last episode? We have to do the maybe that's what we do this weekend. We have to film that dance cover because this Saturday is the last episode, so we should do it before the show ends. Right? I've been practicing. He could definitely do a wig reveal on stage. The shade.
That's actually funny.
This is funny. Well, I don't know if you guys were here on Halloween, but Sean entered. Well, yeah, he entered the costume contest and he was dressed up as Mulan.
Yeah.
And then his partner was dressed up as Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And someone called him Mulania, which I thought was the funniest thing. Like, how out of all the costumes that you could be dressed up as next to Donald Trump, and the name being so similar to the actual first lady, that's like comedy. You cannot.
The chances, yeah.
I just remember laughing so hard at that.
It was a line. And then as soon Melania then put on her sunglasses, which made it more hilarious.
Too much. Far too much. You cannot plan those types of comedy moments. I have pics on my phone of y'all dancing.
What kind of dancing?
Oh, us too. They were so good at the music show. I teared when they all started to tear back room. Yeah. I think next episode I might shed one tear because
the next episode is the last episode.
It's always sad when some kind of like journey comes to an end.
Yeah.
Especially when you've been on it with someone for so long. Did you ever do like the freshman week, like before you go to college, SPOP? That's what they call it.
Yeah, but I did the modified version, the 1 day version, not the
overnight version. I remember like, okay, like whatever. And then by the end of it, it's like basically like an introduction to college. You get a dorm for like the weekend, you do activities, you get to eat at the cafeteria, blah, blah, blah. And at the very end, then you play these games where it's like, touch someone that made you laugh this weekend. And then you're like this, and then you touch, and all of a sudden like these emotions.
Yeah, but you know the counselor touches like almost everyone.
I thought I did have a nice smile.
You know they pretty
Do I'm sure they do, but it
because
doesn't matter.
I used to run youth programs, and that's what you do. Because that's how we created the millennial generation.
I thought you turned a new leaf about that. Apparently not. You're just all work. You are a politician. You said one thing and you actually feel a different way.
In my panel discussion, I was like, we have to appreciate
Beesh, please. You're being called out. I'm ready to make your smear campaign. I think I would be really good at that. All you need to do is apply a black and white filter and they're evil. And you slow-mo, and it's always an unflattering like face they make. I've been actually really annoyed at YouTube lately because every time I pull up the YouTube feed, the first thing on top is some ridiculously photoshopped cartoon of one of the candidates and like obnoxious text and something that is just blatantly like, I'm not going to click on that, but someone might be interested in seeing, them dance on stage to Despacito. And I'm like, what does this have anything to do with the election? But that's,
most political ads are like that. Even some are so ridiculous. It's like young kid. It was like something like the words they use is so extreme.
We should do that for one of our future videos. We make smear campaigns about each other related to our channel. Like Mark Lee never touches food. What would mine be? Poop in my pants? Like
James
what?
Lee doesn't shut up. I'm just kidding. I love your talkative nature.
And Hannah, we did meet at the same college. I was a freshman. Mark was a fifth year.
So CNN thinks the election might come down to the following 4 states, because all other states are pretty much projected or assumed. It's going to be down to Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. So based on the results of those 4 states, we'll determine our next president.
Are any of you guys in the chat right now from
Arizona, Pennsylvania, Michigan, or Wisconsin?
How many of those 4 states have you visited?
I've been to Arizona. I've been to Michigan.
I've only been to Arizona.
Michigan was very interesting. I went there in May-ish. The sun didn't set until like 10 p.m.
Yeah, I remember.
And I'm like, this is so weird.
Elle says the emotions were so real the last episode. They practiced the dance so much. And Amjala said she never thought she'd be able to be in a group. She's such a doll. I love them all. Well, that rhymes. And Sean says that deserves a kimchi slap, Mark. We'll shut you up.
Should we recreate the kimchi slap? But we can't copy kimchi slap because that's already been done.
Okay.
We could do like kalbi slap.
Ow! With the bone? That would hurt. So the only problem I would have with that is
slap.
I wouldn't want it to be like with like
Pork belly
meat.
slap.
I think that's no.
What else is
I'm just saying
representative Korean food?
Like
Tap.
no. Oh well, no. I was gonna say what's that thing? The samjang. Get a scoop of it, and it'll look like home, right? Yeah. That might be fun. Oh, we got some people from these swing states. We got someone from Arizona, S. Castaneda, and Yesenia's from Wisconsin.
Oh,
thank you for sharing.
I think the election. So CNN is saying the election may come down to those 4 states, based on the results in Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Is going to determine our next president of Unidos Estados.
Slices of cheese slap.
Well, James will just pick it from his face and start eating it. He loves to eat cheese straight up, like from the bag. Remember? I'm not saying that's not a smear campaign, so don't worry.
Even if we were just counting for 1 cent, even if we just made all the votes count today, what we have at this point.
Hannah, I think Mark and I both have that personal stance of just not sharing how we voted on really anything, right? Is that where we stand, or do you? I mean, I probably wouldn't. I sometimes don't even tell Mark how I voted.
I respect it. Like I didn't look at his
Yeah.
ballot or anything.
Yeah.
But
But
we
like,
did talk about it.
But I guess I would have the same feeling. Like if I went out in public and someone asked me, "Hey, who'd you vote for?" I probably wouldn't tell them. But also, like
It's
I would
also
imagine if you know everything about me and my personal values, it probably would be obvious. But it's there's other people that can surprise you.
There were some. Okay, I mean those the bigger like the president and stuff like that's kind of obvious, but the propositions are going to be kind of like we're not dicey or like not consistent
with how that party would vote.
So there are some propositions that went against some of the recommendation of these other groups that had endorsed certain propositions.
Yeah.
I went against it.
Sean, that's probably true. They voted for Jung-hwa. Maybe if she had blue hair.
Check red hair. Oh. But red wine.
So I'm cool with just kind of tidying up. I'm gonna probably have either a cookie or ice cream tonight. I don't know about you. And then our plan isn't to stay on until the election results are like final, because we'd be here till like next week, I think.
So they
Is it getting closer?
They just updated. Biden has 118. Trump has 105. But again, even the Western states, like we already know which states went to who. Like California, Oregon, Washington is pretty obvious. Yeah, it's pretty obvious who went to who. So what CNN is saying is because Trump is probably going to win Florida and Minnesota and all these other like states, that now it's going to come down to, based on the results of just 4 remaining states that still need to report 100% of their precinct reporting. That's Arizona, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin.
Do you think the ribs will fit into this one, or just keep it separate?
I think it could fit. What are the 4 states that are going to determine our next president?
Arizona, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan.
Oh, good.
Was it Michigan? I just have a feeling that Michigan's going to vote red. But I shouldn't think that way. Because I just feel like typically blue collar would vote for...
They're Democratic, except for 2016.
Oh, they're typically Democratic.
Blue collars typically are Democratic. Yeah.
Oh. Am I using blue collar right? Like people that work with their hands. Right?
Yeah.
You know, I think I might be educating people tonight. No? Oh gosh. I already declared on this channel that I am not the smarter one. So there you go.
Smart.
Baby. Let's not put on the charade. Okay, so let me just move some things out of frame. Are you gonna eat ice cream today, or?
Oh, so obviously Oregon, Washington went to
Who won Oregon?
Biden, and then Wyoming went to Trump just right now. They just projected.
Did you guys know Wyoming is the least populous state in America?
So how many electoral college votes do you think they have?
1. No, that's not possible. So 3.
Yeah.
That makes sense because someone else earlier got only 3.
Pennsylvania?
Is it close?
No. Trump is ahead by over 400,000 votes.
Gosh.
But only 41% of the votes are in. And Trump is also leading.
So
Michigan.
let me ask you this. I don't know if you know this offhand, but when is the last time an incumbent did not win the election?
The first Bush, because Bill Clinton won.
Oh, first Bush was only a 1-term Bush?
Yeah. The first Bush only
Maybe, I mean,
won one time.
In Arizona, 75%.
But besides him, Reagan won twice. Then it was
leading Arizona.
with 75% of votes.
That's good, right? Leading
So again,
Arizona.
we said CNN says it's down to 4 states that's going to determine. So far, what was it? Michigan and Pennsylvania, Trump was leading, and Arizona, Biden was
So
leading.
what? And then
We don't know Wisconsin yet. I didn't see Wisconsin.
I don't even know what shape it is.
It's the one that
That's Montana above,
it's
right?
the one near
Idaho. Is not.
no, Michigan.
Oh yeah, right below Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
It's just easy given that, you know Illinois, you know New York, you know California, you know Washington.
I don't know, guys.
Oh, Trump's ahead in Wisconsin.
How much?
26,000 votes.
How much reported?
Oh, I don't know.
Wait, what about Ohio? I thought Ohio was basically whoever wins that wins the whole thing.
No,
Or the road to victory is harder or whatever. Because every
all the
time-
modern presidents that won also won Ohio. That's what the thing is. So we did eat. Oh, we ate all your food. Okay. And then we have aesthetic astrology. Thank you for liking our house. We do try a little bit to make it look nice.
You want ice cream, please? I'm
Uh,
gonna have vanilla.
I'll do vanilla and maybe a cookie.
That sounds like a great idea.
We went to Whole Foods over the weekend and we picked up some brown butter chocolate chip cookies.
It's brown butter? That's why they're so good.
Because this brown butter, I don't know why, but brown butter makes dessert taste that. Oh, like maybe it's because I like caramel flavor,
Oh yeah,
but it has that richer,
for sure.
deeper flavor than a normal chocolate chip. Oh, Elaine provided an update. 192 versus 114. Obviously, California, Washington, Oregon for Biden. Yeah.
What's the reasoning for coastal cities to lean blue more than other areas?
I want to say it's because it's more urban. And typically, urban population tends to be a little bit more liberal than middle America.
Oh, it still has that like fresh baked cookie smell. Drink more.
Oh, Into the Wild. So again, CNN is just super slow. They're still stuck on 192 Biden, 108 on Trump. And this whole night, I could tell they were being very careful with their projections. They didn't want to be the first ones to project.
And KK, I just want racism to stop. By the way, you got a new subscriber. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. We have a lot of either intentional or unintentional biases that feed into, again, intentional or unintentional racism. And I think it's all of our jobs to recognize that we do things, no matter how unintentional we are, that might harm other people based on the race.
Exactly.
And the more we recognize it, the better we are in stopping that from happening, So I'm glad that there's a lot of conversations around addressing our own kind of biases and knowing that we're not perfect and not ignoring it. I think is very important.
Yeah, that's the step in the right direction.
Yeah.
I'm making an ice cream sandwich. I've been inspired.
Nice.
It's kind of messy, but
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Like, who else is doing election coverage and mukbang at the same time? Tell me who.
On live, I should say.
Right?
We should ask.
I think you could do one too. That's good.
Not sure if I saved this still. Okay.
Oh, it's the cookie has like a nice crisp. Oh, now all I taste is the brown butter.
After I said
After you said it, I was like, what is that? I can't put my finger on it, and now it totally makes sense. It has that caramelization flavor going on. Molly Popcorn. Ilhan Omar is my representative again.
Oh, and a couple of people are having beer. I love that.
Into the Wild has an update. Nobody that I see, Steph and Tasha are alive, but they aren't mukbanging. James Love says, you guys are definitely winning right now. Thank you for the... There's no race in this. Oh, good, right?
Maybe we should just open one eye.
I know, but now I might just eat the whole thing because it's been stressful. It's only 160. That's not bad. Hello, Pinoy Kitchen Abroad from Canada.
How's the news coverage in Canada right now about the U.S. presidential race? I'm curious. Are they showing live coverage, or is it one of those like you wake up in the morning and then they just have an update? You know.
I think someone might have answered that question without us asking. Didi says, just letting you know that the national broadcaster here in Canada is broadcasting live on CTV to all the country. Oh. They look soft, but they're not soft.
They're super country.
No. After I eat this one, I'm going to rinse my hands, be caddy, and eat the rest of my ice cream. That's my game plan. Bust out the lobster. Can you imagine? It's like surprise. Or we should have something prepared when the election is called. And just come on and meditate. Whatever outcome.
Seafood boil.
Molly, we filled out our ballot and dropped it off today at what are those called? The official drop box. No, ballot box. Hi, Claudia. Well, we've been nervous too. That's why 175 of us are on right now. We're just like digitally holding each other's hands and being supportive of each other right now. Yeah, I'm very glad we're not glued to the TV. I think that wouldn't have been good for my. Ooh, you're so dangerous. Just because Eody did it through the laser, you can all of a sudden do that? Yeah, did any of you guys, if you feel comfortable, did you guys, anyone buy additional supplies. Ella, we are doing good. How are you? Oh, are we already? No, there. Check right behind the bagel. If that Ziploc bag is empty, then yeah. Oh, yay. Should we let Hedu eat on camera for another? I'll just move and then people can watch him eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was like, I can't move off, but what? Was that Hedu's food like near the coffee table or something? No. Yeah, if you have a dog or a cat, give it an extra hug tonight. I think it'll help.
You're feeling anxious too.
Yeah. I want to cuddle with Hedu tonight. Y'all make me want ice cream. Yes, get some. All right, this is an exclusive mukbang featuring Hedu. Oh, huh? Hedu, did you vote? Hedu, use your voice. Oh, so cute. You guys see Hedu? Oh.
Oh, what are you?
Oh.
Okay, where's a good spot?
Further, like probably closest to the coffee table.
Okay, go to bed. Stay. 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 Okay.
Is that my cup? Oh, there we go. Oh, Hedu.
He's like, why am I eating here?
Yeah.
He's like, why am I eating in the middle of the living room?
Just for you guys, okay? Oh, it's cute.
We could also have him eat on the counter.
Yeah,
No.
maybe next time. You're right. Maybe I shouldn't have. I think I shouldn't eat all this ice cream.
Let's save it for later.
Yeah.
Put the lid back up.
Oops. Do I need to wipe it? It's okay. Oh wow, Molly had to go through election defenders. What does that even mean? People that don't want you to vote?
Or people that want you to vote?
That doesn't sound nice. Like I'm an election defender. Like I would avoid you. Well, hopefully it was safe.
This is not conjecture because we have the report from the President of the United States who spent the last couple of days saying he believes was cheating and was fraud. The question is, many of his advisors are converging. Stay on Twitter. Stop talking about this. Let this play out.
If you just joined, you guys are watching Hedu eat his dinner as a form of calming.
Mail-in ballots have been passed for this, where the million have not yet been covered.
So more than enough. So you come back in, come back out, and you see 1.7, 1.3, 370,000 vote lead, 373,000 vote lead. But you know, more than 1 million, again, more than 1 million, that's not being counted. So,
I can't go back to my seat until Mr. H is done with his dinner.
He's thorough. He's licking on the edges today.
He knows how to clean up after himself.
He's like, well, they're being filmed.
It's not contextual. I keep wanting to say it's not real. These are real votes.
I don't think there's anything left. He's just going back for more.
Good job, Haiti.
Good boy, Hedu.
Yeah. I just want to show you these counties. This is very think about the place where we are in every one of those states.
No, the water, like his water bowl is where his food plate is. So he had to walk all the way across just to drink some water.
Oh, that is funny. Someone said it's Doge.
It is the.
I can't tell you how many times Hedu actually made that like face.
She must do that all the time.
It's adorable. And Fabulous had a fish named Emilio after Emilio Estevez. Do you remember Emilio Estevez? He was a very popular late 80s, early 90s actor. ever. Like, considered like the heartthrob at that time, I think. Yeah. Why does it feel like my head is blocking the TV even more now? Oh, maybe I was like saying it like this. What are they doing now? Aren't they tired of this?
They're looking at the 2016 results of Pennsylvania.
Oh, this is just Philadelphia County, though.
Yeah.
Sean made Tom get up and bake him blank. Don't look. What did he make him bake?
Bake him a cookie.
Very good. You should do that periodically. I should read someone's comment, let you know their name, and take a blank out, and you have to fill in the blank.
Oh, projection.
Mississippi, Mississippi.
I feel like you added an extra ISSI, but maybe not.
Mississippi. No, it's Mississippi.
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 Yeah. I haven't had to write down the word Mississippi in forever.
Mississippi. Went to Trump.
We saw the Mississippi River in February.
It looked very not torturous.
It did not look like a river you would want to go like.
No, because we're in New Orleans, so that's probably at the end of the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
So it was more violent. The waters looked more violent than I thought a river should be. But because I think it was meeting the delta where the ocean is, so there's probably a lot of like.
There was a lot of,
and it was
rapid.
Rapid and muddy looking.
You couldn't see anything. It was brown water.
It was brown water. Yeah.
Yes, both of our families are in SoCal. And KK says, y'all should be at 100K already. I'll share your videos to my friends. Y'all are so cool. Thank you so much.
Yes, that would help us so much.
You know what? If we it'd be really cool if by the end of this stream we're at 19.1. We might. I don't know.
So?
Anything could happen. Look what's on TV.
Yeah, we just would appreciate if YouTube could also recommend our video to people too, you know? Because I think once they get to know us, they'll like us.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And Molly's clarifying about the defenders question I had earlier. Defenders are watching for jerks who want to intimidate voters. Mostly they snack and hang out and play music. Well, that's great.
So that's why it sounds like intimidating, but if I really think about it, if they're defending you to vote, then they should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like how Fabulous said it. Election defenders are like YouTube mods. Love it. Gina, hi everyone. Just wanted to say hi before I doze off. Hi, Gina. Gina has been like on the Instagram. All of the things that she's been posting lately have been
like
I think one of we should have got a cake for today.
To celebrate. Maybe we'll go tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing to watch. Everybody's got to be patient though, and let everyone count the votes.
Into the Wild says, I don't understand why we are the only state with 0% of the votes in. You know what? Like, not all of them have it together.
Every state has their own process of reporting the votes back in. That's what they say.
I always can depend on Gina to say the right thing at the right time. She says, stay hopeful, compassionate, and strong.
Yeah.
Like, I have I have a different feeling this year than what happened in 2016.
In what way?
I feel like this year, it sounds bad, but I'm almost feeling like I've accepted. Anything can happen. It's still too early. But I also have that, like, if it goes the way that I'm not wanting it to go, I'll be, I don't know if accepting is the right word of it, but I have more,
I think
solid. I don't know.
I think I know what you want to say.
Because I don't want to ever get to the point where I'm like, I don't want to even say it is what it is, because it doesn't, I wish it wasn't that way. But I have less angst because
I think
that's what everyone wanted to happen, I guess.
I think for me, it's, I was so devastated in 2016
that if it happens again, it's not gonna hit me as hard because it
Right.
already happened.
Yeah. What could be that then?
You know, like
Yeah, it can't.
it can't be
Worse
worse
than
when
what
it
you
was-
felt.
What was worse? It's only gonna be either the same or like again, you know. But I don't think it'll be worse. But the current update is Biden has 192 and Trump has 114. Again, they haven't called Arizona, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin yet, which some people think those are the 4 states that are needed that would determine this year's presidential election.
Yeah. And Aesthetic Chick says, "Gotta go, guys. By the way, y'all earned a new subscriber. Have a good night." I feel like we got a lot of new people here. We're so appreciative. Thank you.
Please, we do our lives every Monday and Friday. We usually have more of a program that we do. Tonight is very impromptu, casual, and just keeping our minds occupied as the results come in, you know?
Yeah.
So, but we still are super happy that you decided to subscribe even on a day like today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ella, I don't think we have any plans on going live on Thanksgiving Day, but it does remind me that one year I actually did go on live when I made the turkey. Do you remember that year?
Yeah. We could do a Thanksgiving episode for one of our lives near Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Maybe the Friday after or something.
Yeah, we'll see.
We don't know what.
This one's gonna go by
I
fast.
don't know. What is our Thanksgiving plans? Do we know yet?
No, we're just taking it. We're taking it one day at a time.
Hmm.
Let's get through this day first.
Okay.
And yeah, guys, this is stressing us out, right?
Just do
Just stay in Bali. Just stay
do the
there.
swimming dance and the scuba diving dance and just kind of be happy.
Oh, XML said came from Beloved. Did you watch her recent video where she shouted us out? Is that how you found us?
Oh, thank you, Beloveds, for doing that. That is awesome.
Yeah, and if you guys are new to our stream and you have not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Answer these 3 questions in the chat.
Where are you from? What's your favorite food? And how did you find us?
And I do have to say, compared to our Mondays and Fridays, I feel like I saw a lot more new names today. Or am I just imagining things?
No,
Like voter turnout was great. James and Mark YouTube
turnout
viewers
is
great. You know?
Now seal the deal by hitting that subscribe button.
Yeah, it doesn't count unless you like press that button.
Because that just shows us that you do.
You're gonna come back.
Come back,
Yeah.
Because we want to see you back here.
Yes. Laura says hello.
Oh my gosh, how are you doing, Laura?
Can I ask you this? So when I dropped off ice cream at their place, they were watching a scary movie, but I didn't even catch what scary movie you guys were watching.
Was it a Koreans make the best scary movie?
Mm-hmm. Renee's making Cornish hens for Thanksgiving. Have we ever had Cornish hens?
Are they the small chicken?
They're the small chickens.
I've had small chicken before.
We just don't know if they're Cornish hens, right?
Or just small chickens.
Renee, how do you prepare those? And then Emmanuel says, which video did she shout you guys out? Her most recent one. I think it just went out today. It was a seafood boil. And XML, the questions, again, can you repeat the questions real quick?
Where are you from? What's your favorite food? And how did you find us? And lastly, bonus question, are you subscribed to us?
Yeah. And guys, come back on Mondays
and Fridays.
And Fridays, we also usually do like some kind of subscriber giveaway too.
Almost always.
Yeah.
You could win a range between $10 to $15 gift card to Amazon. So we do that almost every episode.
And without giving away too much, we might have other items soon. I haven't even told Mark this, but we may have been approached.
Another projection.
Projection.
Oh, but it's for the Senate race. Tommy. Oh, Lindsey Graham won.
Most watched races in the country. Senator Lindsey Graham, CNN can project, is going on to win re-election, defeating incredibly well-funded Democratic challenger. And in Georgia, this is one of 2 races we're watching tonight. This is the special election. CNN can project that this will go.
Laura wants to know Korean scary movie recommendations. We will definitely circle back with you on that.
Yeah.
and they watched The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Is that different from the other Exorcist? Like the
No,
original?
like Exorcist? Well, The Exorcism of Emily Rose is part of the series, but now that you say that, I don't know if it has anything to do with The Exorcist. I don't think so, but I could be mistaken. S4D says, you guys were on my recommended. I like pizza. I'm from Florida, and I just subbed. Awesome. Now, here's a follow-up question. What would you put on your pizza if you had to make a pizza, like right now? Oh,
Oranges from Florida.
on pizza?
Why not?
Oh, I should drink some water.
Gator meat.
I thought you were going to say Gatorade.
You want coconut water?
I need something because I think my
You
head.
want coconut water or regular water?
Coconut water because I don't think we have cold regular water unless you get ice.
Three Democrats are leading in Republican Senate seats. Democrats are
Nina Aquino says, good luck, America. Thank you so much. Euthanized Living says, from San Diego, stuffed dates wrapped with bacon. Those are instant party.
James
hit
knows how to make
food.
that really well.
I'm sure yours are delicious. XML is from Delaware. My favorite food is chicken, and I just subscribed. Awesome. Pizza.
Homer Simpson voice.
Garrick got a turkey today, but I don't think it'll last until Thanksgiving. And by got, I changed the word to make it more sensitive for you.
Go kill the turkey.
And then someone mentioned Train to Busan. I'm sorry I missed it, but they suggested. Oh, Renee said that.
That was a good movie.
Did the sequel come out already?
It did.
Can we share coconut water? Or no?
Yeah.
Let's just share because I don't think I'm going to drink that much. Sorry. You taught me a lesson after the ice cream thing. Candace says, my family and I bought 3 dozen fresh oysters at H Mart for $45. That's like a public service announcement.
Do you shuck your own oysters?
Wait, so if Candace is from Tustin, then do you think she goes to the Irvine H Mart? Or am I mistaken?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think we would love to do it, but I think we are scared to shuck it.
We don't have a shucker knife. Should we get one?
Good night, Ella. Thanks for dropping by. They found it on TV, Explore as We Go, so now they can watch the same show.
You know how to hack into CNN. So are you watching what we're watching right now? Wow, that's so crazy, and you're halfway across the world.
Welcome, Triple T. And S4D says, I love the living room. Thank you so much. It looks good on camera today.
I think it's because we have our living room light on that we normally turn off.
Oh, the one right behind my head?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we should keep that on. I know it was bothering some people in some of the videos.
Right.
Molly says, wasn't there a Korean movie about robbing a gas station?
Oh shoot!
That sounds
Yes,
familiar.
yeah. There is a movie like that.
Is it scary? Or is it? That sounds
Maybe
very
a thriller. Yeah.
Korean are really good at cinema. Is also really good at thrillers. I feel like
Thriller.
they love the twist.
Twisted plots.
Twists
and
are just
scary
left and
movies
right.
is what they're really good at.
It's like tekudun, too much.
Too much.
Yeah. Jamie, I want to hear more about this. I hit on the sexy produce guy today and gave him my number. I'm so bad. No, you're so good.
Well, did he give you his banana?
It's eggplant, girl. It's not banana.
It could be.
No, I know, but eggplant.
Depending on the shade.
Yeah, but eggplant
or
is
your
the
preference.
eggplant is the modern day emoji that's used to denote that body part. Banana is like so nice.
I'm gonna start using zucchinis
Okay. Sure.
or summer squash.
It's winter
How about
time
the
almost.
how about the pumpkin squash? The
Ew,
one
the
with a lot of
bumps?
bumps.
No, baby, you're ruining the illusion.
Texture is good, no?
Yeah, stop it. Like, can we? We went from CNN to like E or like TMZ.
It's kind of joke. We finished a bottle of wine. Oh, you did finish one.
It's,
I think I drink more.
every time I went like this, my brain felt like it hit the edge of my skull. Wait, that's my brain. Is this, the brain's inside the skull, right? Then what's the skull that touches the outside part of your head? Or is that still skull?
Your skin.
Like, is there any space between the skull and then this part? So pretend my hair is here. I feel like there's an empty space here and then the skull, but there isn't, right?
It's like layers of skin and flesh.
Because it feels like the skull is hitting the roof of that part. That's what's making it hurt.
Do you have a head? Do you want Advil?
Eventually. Banana works. We'll see then. There you go. Explorers We Go just DM'd us. Was that to get confirmation about something? About the TV? Jamie. I was holding this big cucumber in my hand while I was talking to him. This story is getting juicier and juicier.
You might have to DM us with the details of the story.
Okay, wait. I have a few follow-up questions. Did you buy the cucumber? And what are you going to make with it?
No, or did you write your number on the cucumber? You gave it back to him. Oh my god, I have so many questions.
No, I mean, but like, wouldn't it be more? It could be whatever fruit, but like, wouldn't it be more sensible to like write it on a peach instead of another like zucchini? I'm not sure now.
Yeah, we all have our preferences.
Euthanized Living says, I was looking up how to cook ramen on YouTube. The two guys in this video I was watching look just like you guys. Thought it might be them live on a different channel. Wait, I'm confused.
But it wasn't us. It wasn't us? I was looking up how to cook ramen on YouTube. There's just two guys that
there's two other really attractive guys on YouTube.
Thought that we were them,
but ended up here.
But we're not cooking. Although we make really good ramen, and we have
a few ramen videos.
Quite a few ramen videos that we elevate. Actually, one of our live is how to cook ramen 5 ways.
3
ways.
But maybe you did 4.
4 ways. That's a fun video to watch.
Euthanized Living, please subscribe. I hope you don't regret it. And let us know who these other two guys are, because now I'm just curious. I feel like we don't really ever see
other two guys
who do mukbangs.
No.
It's like
and we did so we did ramen 4 ways, but we also did ramen with mussels.
Yeah. That was really good.
That was really good.
Yeah. This is coconut water, yes. Oh, maybe that's what I was trying to say. Like, Pull Up Production says, I'm just lowering my expectations so I won't be crushed.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm doing that.
I think because I was so disappointed 4 years ago that I'm lowering my expectations for sure. You explained it perfectly.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a Korean movie, but I saw Tsunami and it was sad, serious, and had its comical moments left it. Is that
Wave?
Is that
It was really popular in Korea, over 10 million views.
Cindy, was there a scene of an elevator? And that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to spoil it. Isn't that a critical
scene? One
scene?
Scene of the elevator being filled up.
And she did a great job acting in that, right?
Yeah.
I just remember she got a lot of praise for her. Yeah. Bong Joon-ho is the Parasite director, right?
Yes.
And we did see Parasite Thanksgiving last year. Around Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good movie.
We used to own a wok, James, but not anymore.
Should we buy a new wok? We just got rid of ours.
That always happens. You throw away something and then all of a sudden you're like, maybe I need one.
To be counted less,
right?
Particularly in Pennsylvania, because that's the law.
Did you feel that shaking?
In Pennsylvania.
Or is that just the street?
So,
Hadu also barked at the same time.
It's shaking a little bit, no? Did we just have
was it an earthquake?
Or was that a big
Or is it the wine again?
Or was that a truck that just drove by our house?
But Hadu would have done something. Did anyone feel that? I'm going to look that up after.
I wonder if we just experienced a small earthquake.
Yeah.
Democrats actually had a really good night. It just took longer than a night.
Okay, I'm going to go back to something that you said at the beginning of the night. And
Snowpiercer.
It feels like
I think that is that also
It's not unlike any other
Bong
year because going into tonight,
Joon-ho movie.
in most of
If
these
so, I haven't
background
watched. I
states,
haven't seen it yet.
the candidates were within the margin of error. That's by definition.
What is Haiti up to? Here, I'm gonna pull this up real quick.
And that is what we were seeing play out right now.
Yeah, it's a divided country.
Oh, yeah.
It's a divided country. It's a close one.
Wait, so why aren't we on the big screen?
How close-
Explore as we go. He sent us a photo, and we are this small on the laptop, and then there's a big TV that has CNN on it.
Delivered in the sense that they were able to keep those races close and in their direction.
I'm gonna go look on him real quick.
We're looking at
No one else? Okay, no one else felt it. Y'all are shook.
Sean, did you feel an earthquake, or was that just a truck that drove by our house?
be a truck. But
Yeah, it felt more like a truck, but it also felt a little bit different. And normally Heidi doesn't bark with trucks that go by, but he'll bark with an earthquake. So let me look it up. Earthquake.
Let's start off.
Haiti's doing that thing where he looks out the window and is just barking from the bed.
Oh, then it's not
I don't
a
think
yeah.
But the timing of it couldn't have been.
16,000 vote lead over Trump, 53.4%, 44.8%. In Arizona, a lot where the vote is in, 75% of the estimated.
Mark is currently on that .gov website where they tell you about all the earthquakes.
They don't make it easy though.
I know. Sometimes it's faster to just go on Facebook
I know.
because someone will want to be the first one to announce that there was an earthquake.
54.3% to 43.6%.
Shaw says we had an earthquake here in Philly about 5 years back, very small and over in a few seconds.
88% of the estimated vote is in. Trump has an impressive 434,000.
Sean says I didn't feel anything, but Tom also walked by when you said the earth shook.
0.3% in North Carolina. 95% of the vote is in.
Okay, this website is misleading because it said there was 1,061 earthquakes on this map, but it must calculate those like micro like earthquakes, you know.
Hey, this map also has red and blue squares as well.
47.8%. Let's go back to John King at the magic wall. So close in some of these states.
Ooh, Jamie got the iPhone 12 Pro.
Yeah, and we're gonna wait late into the night.
If you didn't tell me it was a 12, I would have never even known what number they're on. Like, how long ago did the iPhone come out?
Recently? I don't know.
No, like the very first ever.
Oh,
iPhone.
I don't know.
Like, were we in? Was it there when we were in college? Do people have iPhones in college?
No, I think in college we still had
Flip phones?
they were considered like pseudo smartphones.
The sidekicks.
Wasn't
Wasn't
Well,
there
I
a
had-
T-Mobile one where you like flipped it up?
I had a Samsung flip up phone. Like it's cool.
You always had like the cool phones. I felt like it.
They were cool.
Yeah. Very, very Korean brand loyalty. Like LG, Samsung. Are those mainly it?
The same thing.
Yeah.
So again,
Yeah.
if you live through
So,
2016, and you're-
Sean said I had iPhones in high school. ..
Right. It's just not complete. And it's nowhere near complete. Nowhere
Me
near
too.
Car Monkey had no Nokia in college.
So then the other anomaly on the map-
Nokia was one of the first phones.
Hmm.
You know, Charlie's Angel made them popular.
I'm gonna zoom in again.
Oh, I forgot about
The
that.
small
Yeah, yeah,
Nokia
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Do you remember?
Sounds familiar now.
They had cool colors.
I had that stupid phone where the antenna breaks very easily, and then once the antenna breaks, you can't use the phone anymore, and it broke once.
What phone?
I don't know. We have not seen Tenet before. Actually, I have no idea what that movie's about.
This one. This was the.
Oh yeah, 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 I remember that. That might be in our like little box thing of Emerita had a payphone in high school. Love that, Emerita. Oh, Razor. I forgot about Razors.
I didn't have a Razor. My very first phone was this one. So this phone came out at the same time of the Nokia one,
Hmm.
but I like this one because there's a little button you press on the side and it flips open. And I thought that was really cool. This was a Sony Ericsson, like a flip phone.
Yeah. You know what I could do, just for future reference, if you ever need? I can open up a browser tab and Google search it if you want to So we don't have to do this like archaic like
Yeah.
phone thing.
Let's do that.
Is there a website that would be good to pull up like election results that's like real time?
And
Like
Google or
Okay.
just do Google election results, or even NPR has a easy way.
So just leave it on this maybe.
Oh yeah, there
This
we
is
go.
good. Look at how high tech we are,
Look,
guys.
even Google is more is quicker than CNN.
Pam's point about how many votes still need to be counted. 2.9, 3.9, and we expect higher turnout. this
So,
time.
and then we can do-
In 9 counties,
So-
at least
no,
6 of
that's-
those,
no.
I think, maybe all 9, at least 6 or
I mean, we'll
7.
just do it periodically.
But if we do periodically, then do that one, and then we'll just bask in the update for a few minutes, and then we'll switch back.
I could zoom in, but I don't. That won't really help. will
So
it?
209 versus 118.
Yeah.
Florida
So-
did go to Trump.
98% reporting. Yeah.
That's pretty close.
Is there a popular vote? So he still like Joe Biden still has more in popular votes.
Does he?
About 1.7.
Wow, this Nevada's leaning towards.
What about Texas? How much more is there left? Didn't we need Texas? Or we weren't really banking on it?
The 4 states was Arizona, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. And so far, they're all leaning towards Trump right now. So,
No,
We don't-
Arizona is.
except for Arizona.
Yeah.
So we won't know until it turns a darker color. That's when they'll project it.
Where's Wisconsin? Right here.
I'm here again. 81,000
Fudge.
votes. There's a lot of votes to be done here. 81,000 is where Joe Biden is now. You go back in time. 250.
Well.
Giant chunks of vote in those counties. You come back out. You see the president's lead is 200.
How about this comment here?
Oh, Bros J. 안녕하세요. 선거 방송 보고 계신 거예요? 네, we're watching the election. 지금 보고 있어요.
What kind of government does Korea have?
What kind of government?
Like, is it a democracy?
Yeah, they vote for a president.
Hmm.
But they also have a prime minister there too.
What's the diff? Like, who does what?
Well, the thing is with countries that have a president and prime minister, president is the leading one, and the prime minister is like the second in command type of thing. But in England, they don't have a president; they just have a prime minister.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Ceremony and the report saying Secretary of State of Pennsylvania just came out, explained the process. That's really the challenge now. For the election officials,
Did
this is
someone
state, we got the
sneeze?
full count, we just got the first information. In Pennsylvania,
Did someone sneeze?
Transparency is going to be key.
Did we sneeze?
I don't remember sneezing.
What if you guys are hearing things that we don't know?
Stay with the sources you trust. Be patient. We're going to count them. We're going to advise them.
Well,
All fine.
No rush. We'll take it easy. We'll do it right. We have a key race alerts on the contest. We haven't paid that much attention to, but take a look at this in Maine right now. 37% of the estimated vote is in. Joe Biden has an 18,000 vote lead over Donald Trump, 51.3% to 45.5%. The second congressional district in Maine.
what polls are left? Just Hawaii?
33% of the vote is in. Trump,
That's still open?
slightly ahead.
Probably
Well, this says
Hawaii.
15 more minutes till the last one closes. Oh, but it's only 8:45 here. Wait, yeah, that's the only other time zone that's left, right?
So Hawaii
Oh, is Alaska
and Alaska
also our
also.
time zone? It's not Pacific.
49.2% to 48.1%. 20% of the vote in Montana is in. So we're watching those contests as well.
Tina, we welcome questions that don't relate to the election. That's fine. Do you guys eat gopchang? I've been so interested by Korean mukbangers lately.
Do you like gopchang? I actually also like daechang, which is the bigger version of gopchang.
Hmm.
Sometimes even makchang is good too.
Is that the bigger version of the?
I actually don't know what part of the intestine, but gopchang, daechang, makchang, they're all really good.
Wait, so if we eat makchang, it would be called makchang mukbang?
makchang mukbang, gopchang, daechang.
That sounds like some kind of like nursery rhyme almost.
makchang mukbang, gopchang, daechang. That's how like Beloveds is like, what's up, my beloved? Like we go makchang, mukbang, daechang, gopchang.
That'd be fun. Honey Girl's from Hawaii, or is from Hawaii, and polls close in 15 minutes.
Okay,
so,
so
yeah.
it is why, yeah.
But what time is it in Hawaii right now? They're a different time zone than us, right? They're usually like 2 hours, I think. I would ask her, but then it will just interrupt everyone. Redbone, get some ramyun. Yes.
We always try to have some of the instant ramen on hand, like the one where you don't even need to use a pot.
Yeah.
You just pour hot water in and close the lid.
Those have come in clutch a few times when we come home late and
Yeah.
just want to still munch on something.
Right.
It's 6:47 there, so their polls close at 7.
Seven.
Mm.
If you need something fixed at home, you just need Pam Brown to talk about it.
Is Hawaii typically a blue state?
Mhm.
I would imagine.
So that's good. It's a good thing.
Candace says, how much super chat for vodka? We don't even have vodka.
We do in the freezer.
Ooh, yeah, but
But
those ones are
save
the...
that for Friday, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just have too much. We're just enjoying.
I wonder if I...
chill night with
Yeah, what if
wine.
I just drink everything away? Oh my God, we pretend we can do this again. Oh, I don't even know like how. So here's the great. This is the other benefit in being on here is I have no idea what my social media is like right now.
Oh, we don't know what people.
I don't know what
saying
people are
about-
saying. People are posting. People, anything. It's just like we're like connected but still disconnected at the same time.
Yeah.
So now we're at 11:47. This is where normally we're thinking, are we close? Are we close to making a call? We are not. We are not why. We are not why because we're waiting for so much. Number one, you see those, they're red right now, but it's just not contextual.
Do you think this? I have to like actually refresh it.
Oh.
Let's see. It was like this earlier, right? I think so.
Yeah, I don't think any changes happen.
No changes.
2016? No, not yet. We're not done. We haven't called some of these states, but in terms of who's leading right now.
Redbone, we ate ribs, steak, potato salad, mac and cheese, collard greens.
We had a whole feast, and
Yeah.
we made ourselves an ice cream cookie sandwich.
We gotta feel good about something today.
Well, I was happy with the wine.
You want some more? You want some more wine? You want like half of mine?
Yeah.
The Democrats who spent this week saying it's going to be a blowout.
Thank you. I also hope that that the Senate race is interesting too. No.
Yeah. So there's a chance that could get flipped.
Yeah.
You don't see any evidence right now in a huge way, and that's going to matter not just for the presidency.
Chastity, I'm so horrible. I totally forgot you guys are new puppy parents. How's that going? She just mentioned puppy having to go potty every couple hours has wrecked my sleep. Do you have any tips on that? I was telling Chastity when they first got the puppy how you stayed home 2 weeks because it was like winter break time, so that helped. But any other?
They say that puppies could hold in their pee every 2 hours of how many how many months old they are.
That seems not that much. I thought it was weeks.
Wait, what is it again?
It's like every week that you have, they can hold it another hour
Yeah.
or something like that. I don't know if it's a science, but
Or you divide it by. There's some kind of formula. I have to look it up. I don't know. Heidi's 11 now, so it's been 11 years ago. But what I did, because I was like, oh my gosh, so Heidi, I need to take him out every 2 hours. So I did that the first night. And then I felt bad for Heidi too, because he's still sleeping. And I'm like, okay. And I crate trained him. So then I would open the gate and he's still half asleep. I'm like, hey, get up. So I pick him up in the middle of the night. He's like, what's going on? I take him out, he pees, and we come back in. I'm sure he wasn't really happy either. But the second night, so that every 2 hours needed to continue until he gets older. But I'm like, I wonder if he's going to last throughout the whole night. And he did. So he proved to me that I didn't have to wake him up. So after the first, I don't remember, maybe I did that for 2 nights, and on the third night, I then let him sleep it, and he didn't have an accident. So I was like, yes. But in the daytime, I still took him out.
Yeah. You probably were so excited that there was no accident.
I was like, he could handle it. His cute little bladder was like
working the extra hard for me. Thank you.
Do you have any favorite banchans? Tina asks their top 3. Oh, that's hard.
Tough. You know
Let's
what?
table
Like,
that.
Oh, another projection.
Virginia's gonna go to Joe Biden. Yay.
Was he not supposed to get that?
No, but that's a close state. It's also close to Washington D.C. and D.C. is usually.
So how come I'm having this defeated moment, even though it's 201 and 100, but it's because there's still a lot of votes out there, right?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you normally feel confident at this point, but not really?
Because Virginia wasn't one of the 4 states that is needed to determine. I'm curious about Arizona, Michigan, Wisconsin, and
Arizona. He's
Pennsylvania.
doing well in.
Yeah.
It is indeed. And so again. that's
Wait,
why-
so did that Google page change again? Let's
Times
check.
up here, pull out Arizona. It is significant. Now again, it's a flip, right? It would be a flip. It's a traditionally red state, so you're gonna
Still the
always be
same.
a little bit more cautious before you call.
Elda, oh no, did not get the notification. I think YouTube was off its game because they're like, Mark and James only go on live on Mondays and Fridays.
Yeah.
This Tuesday thing's an error. Chastity's puppy is 11 weeks old. She tried to leave for 3 hours, but puppy had an accident.
Aw. Don't get us wrong. Have you had plenty of accidents when he was a puppy?
Yeah.
It's just I was so happy, and I bet you he was happy when we both discovered that in the middle of the night I didn't have to take him out, and he'll be okay.
Yeah, he probably enjoyed that. Raw Journey says, my pup is 6 and still has accidents. Nothing wrong with her. She just can't hold very long.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
It was close, but it was a 4.5-point race.
Definitely a surprise live stream. And Shazang, it is live. Ask us anything. And Amanda, for sure, we won't know. I don't think we'll know who the president will be by the time we go to sleep.
Georgia's still red. North Carolina's still red. Ohio's still red. So if you're the Democrats and you're thinking,
And we do have a dog, yes. Again, if you guys are new and you have not yet hit that subscribe button, now is a great time to hit that subscribe button. Answer these 3 questions in the stream.
Where are you from? What's your favorite food, and how did you find us?
We've been on for almost 2.5 hours, which is great. As Mark mentioned, this was a nice way to get through our evening.
Get through our evening. Make the time go by probably faster than us just being glued to the TV.
Yes.
You're helping us a lot with maybe some anxiety feelings that we might have had, and I hope we do the same for y'all too.
Yeah.
So far it's good. We had good food, good conversations, good wine. My gosh, thank you, Isse, for the wine and the food.
Yeah. Elda, we basically had like soul food, double entendre, like Korean.
Like soul food.
Yeah.
SEOUL, like Seoul, Korea, soul food. So it was a Korean fusion of baby back ribs, potato salad, mac and cheese, and collard greens, but with a Korean twist to it. It was actually, I was impressed.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I think it was helpful that we decided not to try to cook or figure out what to have for dinner. So it was really nice to have Isse.
We didn't order Easter for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And I kind of missed it because then like on Tuesday, Wednesday, we're like, oh, we don't feel like cooking. So, yeah.
Thank you, Don, for complimenting our home. Your place looks so nice.
Why does it look nicer today than any other days? I bet you it's the light that we have on.
It helps.
Yeah, it
Maybe
does
we should
help.
just keep it on.
Yeah, let's keep it on.
Kara Jade, welcome. Hello, my handsome. Such a nice surprise to see you on a Tuesday. I'm assuming you didn't get the notification either. We are only 13 subscribers away from 19.1. So going on this live stream was a good idea in terms of numbers. Get us them votes.
There's 138 of you right now, and we are sure that at least 14
all we need
are not subscribed. So just hit
only
the subscribe.
10% of you need to subscribe right now.
Oh my God, let's make that happen.
And if you're subscribed and you really want to hit that goal, then refer a friend. Tell them to come by. Maybe if we feel generous, then we can just do an impromptu giveaway. We'll see. Shaw Rob is from Philadelphia. Pizza, and my mommy Mega Mix showed me your channel. So cute. And we do get paid to a degree from YouTube, but not anything to like write home about.
Yeah,
It's nice.
we probably spend more for the YouTube than we actually earn, right?
True.
I think so.
Smart.
Yes, but it looks like I have to choose between low prices.
Oh, thank you, Explore.
Oh no, I only get notifications on Monday. So at least with our Monday and Friday, those times are built in. Unfortunately, today there was really no way to let people know ahead of time that we were going to do this because it was very impromptu.
But I heard that if you hit the bell,
ring that
then
bell.
if you ring the bell next to the subscribe, I don't know where it is, but somewhere on YouTube, then you're more likely to get notification when we go on random lives.
Exactly.
So it doesn't work 100% of the time, but more than when you just click subscribe.
Yes.
You have to hit the notification bell.
Let's go to Amazing's channel and see if I can do a demo of it. Let's see.
You're not sharing the screen?
Not yet. I wanted to get to it first.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here's a quick demo. This is on desktop though. Oh wait, how do I have to share this screen? Stop this and share the new one. So you notice that I'm subscribed to this channel, and then there's like a bell that's right here. When you click on it, it's set to personalize, which means it's whenever YouTube feels like you should know about a video. But clicking on all now means anytime anything happens on the channel, I should hypothetically be getting a notification. So if you have, I'm very curious for Jamie and Elda, if you guys are able to check and see what it was set on. I'm just curious. I know you guys have had the bell on. There's no doubt about that. But
even if you subscribe, sometimes the notification gets pushed and sometimes it doesn't.
yeah.
But if you just want to know for sure, then hitting all helps. Right.
Dee, that makes us so happy. I subscribed tonight. First time seeing you guys, just feels like home. That's like the vibe we want to give
and
off.
that's exactly what we want to do. We're not extreme, like just extreme. Or
I was gonna say, have you guys seen that video of the guy doing the fondue with the cheese? Like, we could be him, but it has to happen naturally. I know he didn't plot. I don't think he plotted that. What do you think? You always think like people are very calculated. They did that and knew what they were doing.
I know he did look surprised.
He looked surprised, and then the rest of the video, I just wasn't sure if he knew exactly what to do to get people to comment on it and like engage. But anyways, my point being is we could be like that, but we're not quite like over the top, but we're still fun, right?
We just want people to feel like they're home, and we're generally ourselves, really. Yeah. We're not a caricature of ourselves.
We're not a caricature of ourselves.
No, we are just ourselves. We're not a caricatures. The point is to like, if you kind of have
exaggerate
they'll draw you a big nose. Like it's the exaggerated version of yourself. We're not a caricature of ourselves.
Yeah, Sean and Tom don't say anything though. Let's see.
They might say we're more tame on YouTube than in real life.
You think so? No, I don't know. I mean, I was the one falling out of the car. No, I'm the same. That's actually one of the advice we give to anyone that's starting out a channel is always stay true to yourself, because once you become that caricature, it's going to be harder to maintain that personality that you kind of created or amplified about yourself. And then you're going to get exhausted.
You see your YouTube as purely work, then sure, you could put on that face, that work face,
Exactly.
But for us, we have our normal full-time job. Yeah. So it's hard to be on work all day long and to be on work again,
Tiho, I need more context. The comment just simply says, this is the time for nudity, I think. And then Elda chimed in, why does everyone want James and Mark naked? I mean, basically last stream, we were not wearing shirts underneath our robes. That was as far as I was going to go.
And shorts were a mystery. We could have not been wearing shorts either. And technically, we are naked underneath our clothes, so we are.
There you go, being that politician again. Sean says that cheese situation was hilarious. Okay, what is the cheese situation?
Oh, the YouTube guy that you're talking about.
So the first thing I thought of was when you talked about slapping cheese on each other's face. And I was like, we didn't even do that.
Oh my god, we were just talking about the other YouTuber.
I had a little bit of wine tonight. It's hard to be the teleprompter, director, actor, star, and producer of a show. Give me a break. This is called yo-yoing.
I thought we're being true to ourselves. Don't be a caricature of yourself. Don't exaggerate. Hyperbole.
Oh my gosh. Mega Mix says this was one of your best lives. Thank you so much. Have a good night, James and Mark, and the rest of the crew. Good night.
Oh, good night. It must be late for you in Pennsylvania. Good night. Thanks for joining in.
Tio says, I'll settle for a shirtless stream. I need something positive right now. I mean, but it's not positive body image for us. For me, though. You might be impressed.
You know what? We need to embrace all types of...
There's a lot to embrace. Remember that joke you said about the macaroni grill people? Remember? I said the 8 people voted for Olive Garden and then the 2 because they were heavier. Or they had more weight?
You said they had more weight.
I had, yeah, more weight as in like decision-making thing. You literally like said pounds.
But that applied in the example that you provided about how electoral college works.
This is when I apply the black and white filter and your face zooms in and you look evil. What is it? Mark Lee for VP.
Vote for me, Mark Lee for VP.
And he won that year, guys. And he won. Oh, got it. Megamis is not leaving. I just wanted to say goodnight before it shuts down really quickly. Did we miss something?
Sometimes we do shut down quick.
Oh, like, goodbye. Like, see you later.
We clean up.
You know
bye,
what?
everyone.
That actually would be a good, I mean, we have an hourglass, but that's not long enough. But we should have like and then some way to settle into that it's going to end. Because sometimes you're right, it is abrupt. And then sometimes I'm very long-winded with the goodbye, and it lasts another 30 minutes. So consistency is not my best friend. Should I go back? Wait, let's share this one and then. Did anyone confirm the bell thing that I did the tutorial on? Now all of a sudden I feel like I'm running a Zoom meeting. Leave your questions in the chat. That would be fun for a different video topic. So recently Mark ran a Zoom roundtable discussion. I think that would be fun to do on our stream at some point.
Oh, okay.
Like to have like a dedicated topic. We talk about it
and
then have a panel maybe, and then even have some people ask questions. It's this one, right? It went up by 5, I think. So wasn't it at 2:08? Let me just refresh. So I guess it is in real time. And this is by the Associated Press. So are they pretty quick about this? Or
they're usually the slower ones, but apparently they're quicker than CNN this year. So
the shade. So really the only ones that are grayed out is Nevada and Alaska and Hawaii.
Well, all the light color ones is
leaning towards.
They haven't called it yet, so they haven't called all those light color ones.
But like hypothetically, if he gets all of the light ones, then is it over?
Yeah. Well, count it. So he has 118. Count Texas.
There's 38.
Should I count?
Plus 3, no, 41.
Oh, 41.
Plus 6, 47. Plus 10, 57. Plus 16. What's 57 plus 16? 73. 73 plus 18 is 91. 111. 126. 142, 161. Yeah, he would be. That's 17. That would be 279.
279. So if
If he gets all the red ones that are
all
still
the pink
here,
ones that he's leading right now, he would be president.
yeah. Well, here's the thing. Florida probably. I'm the Associated Press. I'm calling it. There's only 2% left. Which ones do we even have a 78%? Montana? No.
Montana's gonna be Trump. Look
Let's
at
look
Michigan.
Oh, Michigan? No, that's 3 million.
I know, but it's only 53%.
What about Ohio? Isn't that the one we need to? What?
No, Ohio's not one of the 4 states.
No, but I thought it was like one of those.
Oh,
Hawaii
yeah.
just turned blue. Oh, but it has nothing. Whatever. Guys, we gonna get lit on that's what I'm forecasting. We gonna get drunk on Friday. That's what's happening.
We might do it.
We're gonna call it now.
Live tomorrow at this point. Maybe tomorrow morning.
Find
Let's
something to
quit
make you
and
happy.
sell everything and join Explorer as we go in Bali.
Well,
What?
is this making the blow or the reality of it better? I don't know. It's too early. We can't call anything.
It's
right?
way too early. Come on, it's too early.
Oh gosh. Meanwhile, Elder wants to go to Bali. Well, I think we all do.
We should go to Korea and force ourselves to do the 14-day quarantine and then travel after that.
So we watched another YouTuber who ended up going to Korea, and he did a vlog where he stayed in this. He called it a facility, but it's a hotel, right?
Well, it looks like a hotel, but it's a government run facility for quarantine tourists.
It was fascinating. He had to stay there for 14 days. He could not leave his room. It was just, and then he showed us basically everything he ate. So, Sean says, I think I'm going to call out of work tomorrow and like lay by the ocean. Maybe like roll into it.
Like he's like laying down, he's like slowly rolling into the water.
Okay, wait, no. I like what Chazang said earlier. Be positive. Okay, well, what's the positive in the situation?
We don't know yet. It's too early.
Well, the positive is I feel like there was more voting than ever before, but we're not the news, so we don't know that.
Unless,
That's good.
Unless something happens with the new makeup of the Supreme Court. As of now, like presidents don't last forever. Although that might change.
Wait, what does that even mean? Presidents still last forever?
It's only up to 8 years,
Oh yeah. I thought you were doing some kind of like veiled threat or
No,
something. I was like, don't say
Unless
that.
he uses the Supreme Court to make amendments to the Constitution
Oh.
to have unlimited presidential.
Oh my
terms.
god.
Because
Right now it's 6-3, right?
Putin did that in Russia.
And they went for it?
They voted to amend their version of Constitution to make Putin like.
I thought we were doing the positive. Are you gonna roll on the sand into the ocean as well?
With the sign of cautionary cautionary protection and
Sean, it was not a fat joke. The rolling was purely coincidental. It's just
I think he
that was the
probably
imagery.
imagined like a walrus. It's like the walrus is like too lazy to like actually walk to the water, so they roll into the water.
And Dana, yes, it was Strictly Dumpling that we watched. Elda looked like she watched it too. He showed the whole experience. It was interesting.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah. Well, Elaine watched it as well. I loved how they gave him no sheets and just 2 blankets. Yeah, and then by the time he figured out he could maybe get. Wait, so I didn't even ask you this during it. are mattress covers not a thing in Korea, or was he just using that experience and saying that Korea doesn't have any?
I had sheets.
Okay. It just was also suspect, but by the time he went somewhere, that place also did not have it. So then he, in his mind, was thinking, this country has no mattress.
But what's also common though, instead of sheets, is it looks like a thicker blanket.
Like a pad.
Yeah, it looks like a pad, but it looks like a thicker like comforter, right?
Yeah.
You lay that on your mattress and you sleep on top of that, and then you use a blanket over.
Which makes sense.
Instead of a fitted sheet, it's just a layer.
That seems like it'd be easier to just put on.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right, I have an update. Let's see how many subscribers we got from the time I said we only need 13 more.
We need 13 more.
We needed 10% of you to pull through. It went down 16.
We lost.
How did that happen?
Maybe you did the math wrong.
No, it said 87 earlier. So I guess we're gonna
cancel.
How did that happen? I'm not gonna say anything else.
Sometimes I think YouTube calibrate.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
It might have not truly been 87, but just like in the mix of all, it was really.
Thanks for trying to make me feel better.
No, I really think it's.
So you don't think those are real 16 people, or maybe they just decided to shut down 16 people's accounts in the span of 15 minutes when we said please subscribe. We only need 13
I just
more.
think we trust real-time data to be accurate all the time, and I just know that's not probably realistic.
So fake news.
That's probably why YouTube doesn't show the detailed subscriber count unless you
Till
go
the
to
day
the
after.
unless you go to the studios or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know they only show it by hundreds. There's probably a reason for that because they know it's not accurate real time. Yeah.
From 2016, from 2020, from 2020 still.
Yeah, they were really strict about him not leaving his room at all, and I guess people are falling asleep.
Obama 2008, Iowa has more so-called pivot counties than any state in the country. There are 31 counties in this state that voted twice for Barack Obama and Joe Biden. 31 counties, 31 of the 99 Iowa counties. Look at that. Change in 2016.
I kind of want coffee.
Looks like it.
Really nice.
2020 count. It does look like Joe Biden maybe took a few of them back.
Either espresso shot or Americano.
Nowhere near.
That sounds good.
Again, without them with the count here.
So how about this? To honor the fact that we sometimes go off abruptly, let's just set a time that we will wrap up the stream.
Yeah, shoot, like 9:30.
9:30 is perfect because then we will be on exactly 3 hours. That'll give everyone enough time to prepare that we will be off by 9:30. Let's just do 9:30. That's easy, right? And we will just see what may come of this. We actually binge watched Strictly Dumpling on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, I was just like in the middle with him. Like I didn't hate him or I don't.
Yeah,
love him,
I think we kind of turned a leaf after that quarantine video. Was kind of like, oh,
it was just like good content, but yes, I don't know if I truly could relate to his food preference because there are things that I like that he doesn't like. So that makes me like, oh, I wonder if we have the same food taste or not. But
that's true.
I think for the most part, it overlaps a lot, but there's some things that I love that he doesn't like.
Right, and
yeah,
it's not Sunday, it's Sunday. Okay, that drives me nuts.
He keeps saying Sunday is Sunday.
And the other one was Galbi.
2016, Hillary
Yeah.
Clinton, 702,000 votes.
Either way, collab with us. We'd love to do it.
4 years later.
But
He's a very
he's grown on me though.
He's very straightforward. And the thing is when we watched him at one point, that was when he was like when he goes to the buffet, I'm like, oh, show me the like sushi section, and he like kind of glosses over it because he's not into it. And then his most recent video, he had sushi at Costco, and I'm like,
I think
okay.
he's trying to eat sushi because I think a lot of people know, like he knows a lot of people do like sushi, and he's probably like, oh shit, I need to force myself to like it too. Now, but earlier he didn't even like that.
Yeah. And so the question is,
But he likes spicy food, which I appreciate.
He does. It'd actually be cool to do, like to go to one of his restaurants and like do a mukbang there. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But you have to go to like New York, right?
Should we call it like, collab with Strictly Dumping? But it's not there. He's not there. It's just his restaurant.
We just have we have a cutout poster of his head like right there with us. Weedy and Bernard, everything's gonna be okay. Love you guys. I think we're gonna go cry now. Just hold on to each other. Love each other. Love will get us through this. Rosa says, "Hi guys, I'm so nervous about this election. Glad you're up watching with us." Yes, of course. Sean is coming for his Mikey's shirts or Mike's shirts. His shirts that are too small,
Yeah.
but he's pretty buff.
He does.
I mean,
work out a lot.
he worked out the whole 14. I would have not worked out if I
I
was
would have just
quarantined.
watched Korean drama all day long.
Yeah.
Only reason to
I don't-
get up is to open the door for the food.
I told Mark, like, I don't know if we would last 2 weeks quarantined together in a room. That window cracks this much. If I fart once, you're done. And then I'll have to
I might
explain.
ask the Korean government to give me my own room.
Baby, who's gonna translate the Korean dramas for me? I need some. He didn't have anyone
I have to
translate.
use VPN to connect with the
Oh.
American version of Netflix.
See, but I don't even know how to do that. I don't even know what you just said.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should voluntarily do that as a mukbang in like a room in our house. Like, oh, like how long can we last in the room together challenge? But can you leave for the restroom? Or we have to corner it off so that it's only restroom and then the room.
We could only leave the room to use the restroom.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Because I think it would be better. So we have 3 rooms. It would probably make more sense to do it in the smaller room than like our master bedroom. Or would we just do it in our master bedroom?
Because the bathroom's right there too.
I don't know. That'd be interesting. I don't know how long we would last, to be honest.
We have to eat there and
What about Hattie? We can take him out. He's in there too with us, with some mats on the ground. Oh, can you imagine? Why am I stressing myself out of a hypothetical that doesn't even need to happen?
like use what Strictly Dumpling did, but we say we quarantine at our own home for 14 days.
Yeah.
But we door dashed our food then. But we could only choose from one restaurant.
How do we decide said one restaurant?
Just one restaurant.
I don't know how that would work.
I don't know. We're not
Yeah.
gonna do this. Why are we planning it if we're not gonna do it?
Yeah. K Mu Young says I miss Monday's live. Oh, but hey girls, hey.
I know.
Hey.
We shot you out too.
Shot you out.
Oh, did I say that wrong?
Shout.
We shout you out.
We shouted you out?
Shouted.
Hmm. Yeah, you busy.
Oh, past tense of shout was shot. No.
No.
Shouted. I
Shouted.
shouted at you. We shouted you out. That
Yeah.
also sounds weird to me too.
That does sound weird. Because I don't think you normally even ever say that. We gave you a shout out. Use it as a noun versus the verb. Once you say the verb, it kind of sounds weird. So we gave you a shout out
We gave you a
versus
shout
saying we shouted you
We
out.
gave you a shout out because we gave away your giveaway.
It didn't. Did it? No one landed on his.
Oh no, it was Tony's.
Yeah.
Never
So-
mind. No, but we did give you a shout out
We
for
did.
saying
Yeah.
thank you to K Muyong and T Beavers for donating.
But because you've said this, K Mu Young says you shat me out.
Or
Or what?
is it scat?
Ew. Guys, I've had so much fun tonight. Sean is volunteering to be the delivery food person. So you literally, so Sean's watched the video, I'm sure. So you have to put it in like a bag and just leave it on our doorstep. 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
I fully expect Chilsung cider. I don't even like it that much, but because he kept saying it, I was like, I want to try it again. I did not like Pocari's sweat in Japan, though. It tasted like sweat to me. I'm being dramatic, but it wasn't good.
You probably remember how I described it when I had in Korea, and you just took the words out of my mouth.
So you think I'm Melania and I'm just using your words.
Because
Things are getting ugly in our household now.
Sweat, and then now you think you made that up.
This election is tearing us apart. I'm sorry.
Okay, why are you trying to sneak in a secret song right now?
What secret song?
It's tearing up my heart.
I'm not allowed to sing on non-Mondays. That was the agreement. That was the contract that Mark made me sign. I have a gag order.
The one that signed this prenup.
Yeah, that's the menu. Matthew, they're not going to say until probably a few more weeks. So, not a few more weeks, a few more days at least, at the very least. Oh, wait, should I pull? Let's pull up the.
Joe Biden's going to make a statement shortly.
Is that a good thing, or is that like I'm done?
I think it's because they're not going to call it tonight,
Oh,
so
okay.
he's just going to make a quick speech.
Then you remember how many people live around here. So you come back in and you're at 30%. Joe Biden
223 versus 145,
But Trump is still leading on the other needed states. So Pennsylvania, Michigan,
like
Wisconsin.
how many electoral college votes are there for Nevada or Trump's Nevada?
No, Nevada's probably going to go to Biden. It's
How
just-
many are left?
No, again, we need to pay attention to
Oh, here are the
Pennsylvania.
swing states. Oh, but then did they declare these? Kinda, not really. Well, these are light red, right?
So he's doing better than Clinton did 4 years ago, and we know there's still a lot of votes to be
Oh my
counted.
gosh.
So we need to care about Pennsylvania, which Trump is still leading Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota is leading. It's dark blue.
Okay.
So that's good. Right, Minnesota's winning.
No, Michigan was.
Michigan.
You're getting my hopes up for misreporting.
What's Pennsylvania? 64% reported.
Oh, but it's 600,000 Delta.
Oh,
Fudge.
that's a lot.
Arizona is about 2 mil. Where's Wisconsin? Did I already
Next to
look at-
Michigan.
That's
80.
120.
Oh, the difference is kind of maybe the mail-in ballot is they're still counting that right now. Let's be hopeful.
Did Ohio really go to Trump? I guess so.
Look at the map. It was.
Oh,
red.
everyone's saying it in the chat.
It was red.
In Maine right now, the second congressional district, 40% of the estimated vote is in. Trump has a narrow lead, 12,596 votes, 51.1%.
Yeah.
60% of the
Yeah.
vote still outstanding. In Maine, the second congressional
Pennsylvania
district,
needs to switch.
It's a crazy time.
But isn't that the 600,000 one? Girl!
Because I think if Trump doesn't win, let's
Is
just
there a-
assume he doesn't win Arizona.
Yeah.
Then if he doesn't, then out of those 3 remaining states,
Yeah.
I think he needs all 3 to win. So he just needs to lose one more.
Okay.
Because when we did the math, you said it was 278 or something like that.
279, I think.
279 with all those remaining 3 states. So was there a state that had less than 9 out of those 3 states? Michigan.
Less than 9 what?
Electoral votes.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
We just talked about 279.
Okay, I'm done. I don't know. I can't recall.
What else can it be?
I can't recall math that I did like an hour ago. I'm not a CNN reporter.
You wanted one of those smart screens where you could just.
Did I tell you what I wanted to use it for? To order DoorDash, not to count how many votes are being reported per precinct.
Just if it comes back that way, just for the math for Joe Biden hypothetically. And if you come in here and you can get the second congressional district here, so you take 2 away from the president. Normally you would think 2. Why is that a big deal? Well, it can be a big deal. It can be a big deal if you're looking again.
Hopefully we can
And so then you're at
sleep tonight.
we have around.
Like I said, the mood today is totally different than
What's my work
2016.
schedule like tomorrow? I have a full day tomorrow. Crap.
Joe Biden can win the presidency without Pennsylvania. So every
What's
now
my
and then you
schedule
work
like
that,
tomorrow?
Or if you pick another one here, let's just say the president.
Yeah,
somehow
it's
came back and
pretty-
did that, and you're at 261, 267, then it would come down to here. So you're playing
And
with your
Thursday's
national
pretty
borders
busy for me
A
too.
little bit, but it helps. Every single one helps. When you're at this point,
Whatever.
and you're in the nail bite phase, you'll take.
I can't just lay in bed all day. I have a full day tomorrow.
You can't, but just know that you also can.
2016, that's what-
Oh, okay.
Like, You've been resilient all year. You need to recharge yourself too, when it's appropriate, when it makes sense. Don't discount the fact that you might need to take a break from. This is heavy stuff, guys.
Yeah.
Because it.
And then it gets interesting again.
Yeah.
Very rare, you come down
I don't know
to
how
one
I'm
there,
feeling
one there,
right now.
but it's
I don't
possible.
feel good.
That's why you compete for it.
It's not what I
How many
expected.
votes?
But then again, this is similar
A year ago.
reaction to 4 years ago.
Well, no. Ooh, no. It's totally different for me.
What do you mean?
Reaction to what?
No, like to the trajectory of the election
Oh.
results slowly coming in. It's like, wait, why Pennsylvania didn't go to like slowly? It's like why isn't the results what I thought it was gonna be? You know,
Right.
It's kind of it's deja vu moment right now.
In-person early voting and the election.
I just don't know.
These election officials around the country.
Then again, this is the first time where they had way more mail-in ballots than before, right? So all those still need to be counted. Even though some of those states it was 80% reported already, like that's pretty much a lot of the votes of the state. Yeah.
We're still at 17%.
Ooh.
Check my sticker on.
17%.
Joe Biden to make a statement shortly. What's his statement's gonna be about?
Nothing against the people of Pittsburgh and Allegheny County.
Better not be a
Just more
concession
votes here.
speech.
Philadelphia County, we're up to 43%, 264,000.
Why would I mean? Is it possible to make one when the results have him ahead, like in terms of just? Does that usually happen, or they just go off like, well, there's no way because we know that it's leaning towards this.
Well, 4 years ago, neither of them wanted to make a statement until they were pretty confident, and that was closer to like I want to remember like close in our time, like 11 or like it was just really late.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the East Coast is even later. So then someone had to still make a speech, you know.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of, I mean, it's only 9:30.
Now I'm just curious what he has to say.
He's gonna say, "It's a great night tonight, great turnout. We had the most voter turnout ever before. We're still very hopeful. Let's just wait until all the votes get counted, and we'll know that who the next president's gonna be." And the crowd's gonna be like, "President Biden," like I bet you it's gonna be that kind of narrative. That he's not giving up, but then it's not gonna be a victory speech either because they're not calling it. But he's gonna have to sound hopeful still.
It's 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 100%.
He's not gonna say, "Oh, this sucks."
Why would he even say that? That's funny.
Yeah.
It's 99%. That's going, yeah, like 99%. And so in the places.
Candace says there's still so many ballots that have not been counted.
And so that's why if you're down-
Yeah, but they're saying like it's
We do know what we're missing.
the states that right now that would really matter are Arizona, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Because all the other states that haven't reported yet, I think we could already assume the outcome of those states, like California and stuff,
Does it have the popular vote on that other screen?
Oh, it should.
Which is a good thing. Let's let the count go.
Yeah.
1.4 million.
And even the popular vote is not even that far off than 4 years ago.
Let's get an update on Michigan.
Sure. Let's go. Pull out here. Come back in. It is still red. We're up to 53%. Again, you're coming down here.
LA, The Last Samurai is on.
There's 26.
Is that with Tom Cruise?
Yeah, I never watched that
I've never
movie.
seen that movie.
Is it
I
good?
just know that it has Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
You're looking at these states.
Did he
you're
play
wondering
an
what the
Asian
issue is.
character?
Michigan was 10,000 votes 4 years ago. Okay, we expect it to be
I don't
close
know.
again this time. Joe
Nadia
Biden-
says, "Hi guys, I'm back. I just received the best email I ever read."
That's a nice
Oh,
feeling.
That's good.
We should send more emails and snail mail to our loved ones.
And it's incomplete because.
Yeah, just wait until
But-
after the election.
But if you're like us, sometimes we don't even check our mailbox for like
Oh, yeah.
weeks at a time. And if we do get something nice, we're like, Oh shit! This was like 2 weeks ago.
No. So one time we got a really nice note or letter asking us to be godparents to our future godson.
Oh, we didn't check our mail.
We didn't check our mail, and
So
then we
those
got
friends,
a text that
like,
said,
Did
"Did you guys decide?" Or like, "Did you?" Like, we're like, "What?"
Yeah, we're like, oh, I'm sorry. And we checked the mail.
So bad.
that day, yeah.
Sorry.
Turn out to be higher this time. It's just a lot of counting.
Let's check it with David Chang, and he's got an
All right. Well,
It's
I think it's
9:31.
9:31. We hope you guys
Enjoyed your
Yeah.
time. We did.
we did.
This was such a great thing that we did.
Mm.
Great idea.
Good idea. Yeah. And we'll be back later this week. If you guys have not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Like this video before you leave. Check out one of our other videos, and we'll see you.
Yeah,
on
and you know what? And then even though the live will end, if you still want to comment on the video as the election results are still getting poured in, just leave comments on the video.
Oh yeah.
Like, go back to the replay and just leave comments. We'll read them all, and might even reply some of them on real time.
You just reminded me of something. We're not ready to do it launch yet, but we're thinking of starting like a message board just for that purpose, so that people can continue the conversation even though we end like a stream. People can still chat if they want. Because YouTube is like a little bit harder, like because it's very you just leave a comment, that's it. But then an actual message board. So if you guys are interested in that, keep a lookout. We'll let you know more info on that soon. And
Thank you to all the new subscribers. Oh my
Yes,
gosh, we
thank
love you
you.
so much.
all right, have a good night, everyone.
Everything we know tells us Joe Biden has a very significant advantage, especially in Democratic areas.